for myself. But obviously, like you said, where all those things will come along with it.
We talked about your growth, Ben Johnson, what he brings. What's the biggest area you've seen your quarterback, Caleb Williams, improve so far this season?
Ooh, I mean, honestly, I think just his adoption of the offense and being able to, be a point guard back there, deliver the playmakers the ball, run the offense, identify defenses, from all that it takes to be a quarterback in this league at elite level. I think he's improved on all those things. So, he'll continue to improve, and, we have great game plan going in this week. So he's locking in, honing on those things as well. But I would say the big thing is just being a point guard, and also, point guard got to score sometimes too. So, using his legs and all those different things. So, he knows how to get the job done.
All right, incredible stuff from Odunze. Yeah, we mentioned 5 touchdowns on the season. Michael Look Jr., Michael Look Sr. here with you guys heading up to that game on Monday Night Football. We talk about tight ends as the security blanket a lot for your quarterback, but I guess it doesn't really matter what position it comes when you have a guy that you feel like you can count on, especially when you're getting towards the red area.
Odunze is really his difference from rookie year to his second year has been fantastic. It really, really has, especially getting in the end zone. He's been that security blanket for Caleb Williams, no doubt about it.
He has been, but what he mentioned there at the end, Dan, I think was super important. Caleb Williams, kind of like Steph Curry, sometimes having to call his own number from distance, and that's the one thing, for all the talk about Caleb needing to kind of corral some of the hero stuff, I think at times what he does in mitigating sacks as well as any quarterback across the National Football League. So he'll have a chance tonight against that Dan Quinn coach defense for the Commanders. Dad, we're getting close to kickoff, so Bears, Commanders, who's your pick tonight?
Well, again, so the Washington defense, while their stats aren't great, they're only giving up 20 points a game, and that's top 10. And they do get after the quarterback. So they're going to make Caleb Williams try and be that Houdini escape artist as well. And for the Bears defense, they only have 5 sacks. So Jayden Daniels could have some time to pick apart that defense. So I do like Washington at home in this one.
I like Washington as well in this game, and I'm with you. That Bears offense has been the focus for so many. It's the Bears defense that right now hasn't quite held up their end of the bargain through the early portion of the season. So even with no Terry McLaurin, plenty of room for Jacory, Croskey, Merrit, and Deebo Samuel to try and go to work. Coming up tonight here. So we've got 14-7 for the Falcons right now over the Bills. But when we return, we'll head back to Landover, Maryland for the second time actually, and rejoin Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker for the Bears and the Commanders coming up here in the second game of Monday Night Football. You've been listening to the Monday Night Football pregame show right here on Westwood One.
Basketball is back, football season's heating up, and Prize Picks is making the sports season even more fun. On Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan or a basketball fan, it always feels good to be right. And right now, new users get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. The app is so simple to use. You just pick 2 or more players, pick more or less on their stat projections, anything from touchdowns to threes, and if you're right, you can win big. Mix and match players from any sport all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is available in 40-plus states now, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. And most importantly, all transactions on the app are fast, safe, and secure. So download the Prize Picks app today, use the code PRIMETIME, and get a $50 bonus credit in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code PRIMETIME to get a $50 bonus credit in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hey, football fans with a 401k, IRA, or retirement account, you all know that defense wins football games. The same could be true when it comes to investing. Advantage Gold is a top-rated precious metals company in America and is helping investors protect their retirement from runaway inflation, falling dollar, and market volatility. Do you want help to diversify and protect your hard-earned money with physical gold and silver, but don't know where to get started? Learn more about Advantage Gold today. Text GOLD to 85545 and get your free gold and silver investment kit worth $49 $10 absolutely free. Learn how to buy gold tax-free and penalty-free using your retirement account and a little-known tax loophole that'll feel better than watching your favorite team make a 50-yard field goal. But don't wait. The game clock is ticking. Text Advantage Gold today. It's easy. Text GOLD to 85545. That's GOLD to 85545 and request your free gold investment kit. Or visit us at AdvantageGold.com. Data and message rates may apply. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Consult your tax and financial professional before investing.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football is on Westwood One.
He digs, he turns, he dives. It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
Tonight, it's the Chicago Bears.
Here's the pitch to Swift, tosses it back to Caleb Williams, looking deep down the left side, going for the burn it over the shoulder, 20, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, touchdown Bears. Ben's bag of tricks, baby.
I think it's rare that year one, a new coach comes in and everything is exactly the way you want it. So we're working towards that, and I think we've made tremendous strides towards that as we've gone through. And there's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm really encouraged about the direction we're headed right now.
And the Washington Commanders.
Daniels stands back in the shotgun, lifts his left leg, takes the snap, looks, fires over the middle, caught by Samuel, trying to run away from the defense, breaks a tackle, dives into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown.
To come back home, night game, man, it's going to be rocking. And so there's a lot of energy that goes with that, and also known for these players, man. They really want to, perform for the fans and for DC to make sure, this is how we get down and show that kind of belief. But it's absolutely as fun as you can imagine.
Let's head to the stadium and join Ross Tucker and the voice of Monday Night Football, Kevin Harlan.
Coast to coast and around the world, welcome to the nation's capital for the close of Week 6 in the National Football League as the Washington Commanders host the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. Tonight's broadcast of the NFL on Westwood One is sponsored by the Home Depot, Indeed, Liberty Mutual by Navy Federal Credit Union, Barbasol Shaving Cream, and by the official NFL app. And a pleasant good evening wherever you may be. Welcome to rainy Washington. The entire East Coast getting hit with the storm out in the Atlantic. And the rain will be off and on here tonight. Kevin Harlan alongside 7-year NFL offensive lineman Ross Tucker. The Golics will join us at halftime. Ross, so good to see you. And tonight we've got very special participants. 2 quarterbacks that were drafted number 1 and number 2 last year. And they're accomplished, decorated college quarterbacks. Their NFL careers have diverged a little bit. One way for Jayden Daniels for Washington, the other way for Caleb Williams of Chicago. But they will be forever linked together.
Well, Kevin, it's always an honor and a pleasure to get a chance to call a game with you, and you're exactly right. You think about these two guys, back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. Then they go 1-2 in last year's NFL draft. And so, right or wrong, people are going to compare these two guys forever, for the rest of their careers. And the reality is they are coming off of vastly different rookie seasons. Caleb Williams got off to a decent start. Things went south in a hurry. There's a reason why they have a new head coach in Ben Johnson. He's been better so far this year. Meanwhile, Jayden Daniels, I have not seen this many Commanders fans in a long time. He has totally reignited the DMV region again. He was outstanding last year, leading the Commanders to their first NFC Championship game since 1991. It is remarkable how much of a difference having a true young franchise quarterback can make.
The Commanders are 3-2. The Bears are coming off a bye. They are 2-2. Let's begin with Chicago here quickly. They've got a new coach, and I think just talking to a lot of people in the organization, They feel the culture has been worked over as well and is ascending. And they feel the quarterback, Caleb Williams, you were just talking about him, that he is ascending.
Well, and I think Johnson has a lot to do with that. He kind of brought that swagger, that aggressiveness from his time with the Detroit Lions. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They're going to throw some trick plays at you, a lot of play action, and I've been highly encouraged with what I've seen from Williams the last couple games, just in terms of getting the ball out of his hands and not taking sacks. Only one sack in the last 2 games for a guy that's been sacked 75 times since the start of last year is a great move in a positive direction.
And that's the most in the NFL. In fact, the first 2 games, he was sacked 6 times, like you say, just once over the last 2. On the other side, Jayden Daniels, last year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, has as many wins as Caleb Williams has losses. And he took the team, as you had mentioned in our earlier segment, all the way to the NFC Championship game a year ago.
Quite simply, Kevin, I think it's the best rookie season by a quarterback we've ever seen, all things considered, not just how he did statistically, but also with how far they went in the postseason. And the biggest thing with him is he's clutch. He plays his best when it matters the most, in the biggest games, late in games, in primetime games. I'm expecting another vintage performance from Jayden Daniels tonight.
Time now in our pregame show to hear from Nick Kostos of BetMGM Network with some of the numbers our listeners might be interested in for tonight's Chicago-Washington matchup. Nick, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Can't wait for this quarterback matchup tonight in D.C. The spread sees Jayden Daniels and the Washington Commanders a 5.5-point favorite over Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. The total 49.5. The betting interest in this game has been on the favored Commanders, getting pushed up to 5.5 from 4.5. And that's despite Washington being without star receiver Terry McLaurin, so a healthy bit of respect for Daniels and the Commanders. If you agree and like Washington, you should lay the 5.5. But I think Chicago keeps it close, using the quick passing game to stave off Washington's pass rush. Give me Bears plus 5.5. As for props, Bears rookie receiver Luther Burden should be more involved coming out of the bye week. Burden's yardage prop tonight sits at just 18.5. This report was sponsored by BetMGM. Own your moment. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Kevin, back to you.
And by the way, that was a bear roaring right there, not a lion, as you might think, because we've got the Chicago Bears right here. Time for tonight's winning playbook, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. All right, Ross Tucker, what does each team need to do tonight? And let's begin with the Chicago Bears.
Well, I think it's so important for any young quarterback, but especially in this environment on a Monday night, that Ben Johnson helps Caleb Williams to get in rhythm by getting the ball out of his hands early, whether that's play action or the quick game. Just let him get some completions under his belt. And then defensively, this might sound crazy, but make Jayden Daniels beat them from the pocket. You don't want Daniels extending plays, running around. Remember, no Terry McLaurin, no Noah Brown. I think the Bears' best option is to make Daniels have to make throw after throw from within the confines of the pocket.
And what do you think of the Washington Commanders? They're 3-2 coming in a big win last week against the Los Angeles Chargers, 27-10.
Run the ball early and often. I mentioned those injured receivers. They are the best in the NFL right now, averaging over 156 yards per game on the ground. Croskey Merrit, we'll talk about him a lot. He goes by Bill, NFL high 6.6 yards per carry. Had over 150 yards from scrimmage last week against the Chargers. And then defensively, you got to get pressure on Caleb Williams without blitzing. He's been outstanding this year, second in the NFL in passer rating against the blitz. You're better off having a straight four-man rush, try to condense the pocket, make Williams feel like the walls are caving in on him.
And quickly, what about the weather tonight? Slick surface, we think, off and on rain with wind at about 10 miles an hour.
Typically, that's advantage offense because the defenders don't know where the offensive players are going, and the D linemen can't get the same get-off off the snap to try to get pressure on the quarterback.
That's Ross Tucker with our look at tonight. Stay with us. We are working our way towards kickoff. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
You know, in most households across the country, screen time is a real struggle. And while the struggle is most definitely real, it's important to work through it rather than just giving in to the quick fix. I want to tell you about a study published in one of the American Psychological Association's journals. It found the more time kids spent looking at a screen, the more likely it was their actions and feelings didn't meet expectations for their stage of development. Now, what's more, kids who are having trouble turn back to their screens to help them cope. I want to underscore the importance of kids learning how to regulate their emotions without using a screen as a crutch. Remember, kids younger than 2 probably shouldn't have any screen time outside of video chats. Kids 2 to 5, no more than an hour a day. Older kids, no more than 2 hours. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even
The disbelief in the voice of Bram Weinstein and that radio crew on the Commanders radio network a year ago, last October, in the first matchup between these two top picks of the 2024 draft. Caleb Williams and the Bears grabbed a 15-12 lead with 25 seconds remaining. However, Jayden Daniels drove the Commanders to midfield for one final play, connecting with Noah Brown on the game-winning Hail Mary. It was a sight to behold. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Advantage Gold. Before kickoff, get help securing your financial future with Advantage Gold today. Text GOLD to 85545 now and request your free gold investment kit. Text GOLD to 85545. Visit AdvantageGold.com for terms. Message and data rates may apply. The Chicago Bears are coming off a bye. They've won 2 in a row, 2 up and 2 down on the season. The Washington Commanders are 3-2, alternating wins and losses. These two teams meet tonight in the second of our Monday night games. The kickoff is coming up. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening my own coffee shop.
I smell a caffeinated catastrophe.
And I needed menu boards and banners printed.
What you really needed was a reality check.
Staples really came through. They printed menus and signs, even flyers in time for my grand opening.
And that's when the other shoe dropped.
Not quite. I got $125 off my custom print order.
here?
Cha-ching! For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online until 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Mr. Monopoly here. Monopoly is back at McDonald's. Register in the McDonald's app so you're ready to get your bag. 2 ways to peel for a chance to get your bag. Physical peels with select items and digital peels with others to get your bag. Play Monopoly at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No purchase necessary. See rules at playatmcd.com for full details and amo.playatmcd.com to play without purchase. Ends November 23rd, but bonus play ends November 2nd. Monopoly is a registered trademark of Hasbro. Copyright McDonald's.
Ross Tucker, as we dig into this game between the Commanders and the Bears, a matchup of the top 2 picks in last year's draft. We've addressed that. But the Bears' run defense is number 31. They cannot stop anybody. And the rush offense, the way the Commanders run the ball, so far, number 1 in the NFL. Right off the bat, that would seem to be something to key in on.
No question. What's interesting is I don't know that most people would realize that when it comes to the Commanders. When you think Cliff Kingsbury, you go back to his time at Texas Tech and the air raid and the spread offense. I've been impressed with what he's done schematically in the run game. Been very, very impressive. I will say this about the Bears, though. Getting T.J. Edwards back, Kyler Gordon back, those are 2 of the key guys in the front 7 against the run. And yes, I said Gordon as a nickel back. Those guys are involved in the run front. That could be a big boost for their run defense. They're hoping it is.
And 2 of the top receivers are on for the Commanders. We're going to watch that as well. But Deebo Samuel, bad heel and all, will be playing tonight. He's active and was warming up. So he's had the toss of the coin. And Washington won. They want to take the second half kickoff. So the Bears will receive. And deep back, they've got Luther Burden and Devin Duvernay to kick off for Washington. Tonight in all black, by the way, with black helmets, black jerseys, and black pants, will be Matt Gainey. The kickoff will come from our left to our right, and the game is underway here in Washington. And taken at the 5 by Burden. Runs on the numbers, the 20. He's out to the 30, far side of the field, and takes it out there on a 26-yard return. Which brings us to the quarterback, Caleb Williams, the most sacked quarterback, and we talked about this a few moments ago, in the NFL from the beginning of last year till now, but he has only been sacked once. But tonight he has a new left tackle making his second NFL start, and we'll see how that goes. Dandre Swift is the running back. The Chicago quarterback will be under center. White jerseys, navy pants. From the 30 of the Bears, Williams, 1st and 10, gets the snap, hands off to Swift. He goes over the center on the hash, and Ross Jacory picks up 2 out to the Chicago 32.
You mentioned the left tackle making his first start at left tackle, second start in the NFL, Theo Benedict. What a crazy story. I mean, it's his first year. He was part of the Bears organization last year. Went to college, British Columbia, and started at right tackle against the Raiders a couple weeks ago. Now he's starting on Monday Night Football at left tackle. This is not British Columbia anymore.
Chicago 32, 2nd down 8, shotgun snap, quick throw up the middle, leaping catch, and the grab is made at the 42-yard line by Zacchaeus with the leaping glove grab. He picks up 10. The Bears on the natural grass, and there is drizzle in the air here in the Washington, D.C. area. Moving from our right to our left. Nice completion. Pickup of 10. 1st and 10, Chicago.
That's exactly what you want to see from Caleb Williams. The faster the ball gets out of his hands, when his back foot hits, ball out, that is highly encouraging.
1st down and 10. From the Chicago 42, and the shotgun again. The snap, the fake handoff. He rolls far side. Chased on the play. Throws a sideline pass. It's a belt-high catch by Burden on the far side of the field, about the 45-yard line of Chicago. It is a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
They like to run a bunch of bootlegs with Caleb Williams because he's got that athleticism and he does such a nice job of throwing the ball on the move. The Commanders were all over it, but they still got a positive game.
Chicago 46, second down and 6. Under center, Williams got the snap. Hands to Swift over the left side, the 50. Inside the numbers and down to the 47-yard line of Washington. Good burst. The left tackle with the block. It's a gain of 7. Another Chicago first down.
Excellent job by the left tackle, Benedict, working with Cole Kmet, the blocking tight end, who can catch the ball as well. They had a double team on the end defender, and then Benedict got up on Sanders still, the nickel. So you got 6'5", 310 against 5'8", $185. You like that matchup if you're the Bears.
47 of Washington. Chicago opening drive of the game. Shotgun snap, 1st and 10. Dumps it off on the flat. Short pass caught by Swift. The block at the 40 on the numbers 35. Cuts in the middle of the field to the 34-yard line on the hash mark in Washington territory. A catch and run at 12. A good-looking opening game drive for the Bears. They've got it 1st and 10, 35 of Washington.
They've been pretty good so far this year with their opening script, Kevin. You get these the night before the game, your first 10 or your first 15 plays. These are the plays that the coaches think have the best chance of having success.
Under center, Williams, 35 of Washington, gets the snap. It's a pitch out that goes to the other running back, and this is Manungai, who is a rookie out of Rutgers, and he runs over the right guard. He picks up 6, second down and 4. So look at this one game, one of the worst in the NFL, and right now with a good balance, they're down to the 29-yard line of Washington. Breaking huddle again, white jerseys and navy pants. Rain is stopped. Grass is slick. 29 of Washington. Chicago, second down and 4 with a lot of balance. Shotgun snap, handoff Swift, delayed run. He's stacked up at the line, going over the right tackle, and drilled at the Washington 30 with no gain on the play. Ross Tucker, 3rd and 4 on the game-opening drive for the Bears.
And I don't know what level of freedom Caleb Williams has to make run checks at the line of scrimmage, but the Commanders were bringing an overload blitz from that side. Caleb Williams has to try to get out of that play if he's allowed to do so. Could have put him in a better situation, although 3rd and medium, this is still a pretty good spot where he can throw any of the shallow stuff crossing routes.
3rd down 4, Washington 29, Chicago with it in the gun. Williams, the snap, the drop, the quick throw to the numbers, incomplete. And looking for DJ Moore on the painted numbers on the grass at the 20 on the near side of the field. It is incomplete. It is 4th and 4. And so now we're probably going to see about a 47-yard field goal for a new kicker, Jake Moody, because Cairo Santos, as you mentioned earlier, out with a injured thigh.
People may remember Moody was a 3rd-round pick a year ago from the 49ers. It does not seem like those highly drafted kickers pan out very often. He was released earlier this year.
Moody, 47-yard try. Good snap. Ball down on the grass. Right-footed kick is up and good. And the Bears have scored first on a 47-yard game-opening field goal. With nice plays, a pass to Zacchaeus for 10. Swift had a catch and run for 12 and a run of 7. And a lot of balance on that drive for the Bears. With a reminder that for every field goal made tonight and throughout this season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 3-0 Chicago, early in the game, clock at 10:41 in the first. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Are your paid search campaigns struggling to drive real growth? Viant reaches your audience where they really are, on streaming TV. Visit ViantCTV.com to learn more. For Former MLB All-Star Sean Casey, a.k.a. the Mayor, keeps hitting it out of the park.
I don't need to hear anything from anybody. There's too much riding on my mind being locked in. Play offense, not defense. If you play hard and you play the game right, nobody really gets on you. They're going to boo you here and there, but if you show them that you care and that you're playing hard, that's what you need to do. Just play the game one way. You hit a ball in the gap, run. Boom, coming in hot.
The Mayor's Office with Sean Casey from Believe.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Whether it's the NFL,
Touchdown!
NCAA,
The Knights have slain the dragon!
or the biggest matchups in sports, don't miss a moment.
13 seconds left.
With the Westwood One Sports mobile app, you get play-by-play, expert analysis, and exclusive coverage all in one place, wherever you are.
National championship is in the balance.
Download the Westwood One Sports app today. It's the one for live sports audio.
Looking for your next favorite local spot? At sweetdeals.com, we're all about supporting local businesses. Discover amazing deals on the best shops, restaurants, and services in your area. Shopping local not only helps your community thrive, but it also leads you to one-of-a-kind finds you won't see anywhere else. Join the movement of savvy shoppers who are exploring their neighborhoods and uncovering hidden treasures. Visit sweetdeals.com today and start discovering your new favorite places.
Bears just got an opening game kickoff 47-yard field goal as they took it with a nice balance of short passes and runs. 47-yard Jake Moody Chicago field goal, 3-0 Bears. Now they're going to kick off. McCaffrey and Lane are to our left. The Bears kick off from right to left. It's backpedaling with the catch in the end zone and grabbed by Luke McCaffrey. And he'll go to a knee, touchback to the 35. And this will bring us to last year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jayden Daniels out of LSU, who comes in after a 4-touchdown, no interception game last week in L.A.
I got to tell you, Kevin, I didn't do any Commanders games last year, so this is my first one with Jayden Daniels. It kind of warms my heart to see the stands like this. You know, I played here 01, 02, and then again 07. You know, in recent years, I would say the stadium was about 2/3 full, and half of those people were for the other team. This is awesome.
Jacory Croskey Merrit is in the pistol from the 35 of Washington. It's a shotgun snap and a handoff from Daniels to Croskey Merrit, who runs over the left guard on the hash, picks up 3, and gets out to the 38-yard line of the Commanders, 2nd down and 7.
Commanders going right on the football. They did this more than any team in the NFL last year. Kingsbury and Daniels love it.
Daniels, short sleeve shirt tonight, uniform jersey, 2nd down, 7 in the gun. There's the snap and a whistle blows. And we got movement by Washington. It's on the Commanders.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Laramie Tunsil, their starting left tackle. That was the voice of Alex Moore, referee.
Well, if you have heard that before, you're not the only one. Tunsil had 19 penalties last year for the Texans, which is just unbelievable.
Back to the 33 of Washington. 2nd down, 12. Shotgun snap. Blocked by Tunsil. Here's a pass on the numbers. Falling down catch. 45-yard line. Chris Moore got it. Trapped it against his chest. Hit the deck on the wet grass. 13-yard completion. 1st down, Washington. 9.5 in the first, trailing by 3.
So now you really get cooking when you got a no-huddle offense like this, because the D-line starts to get tired. Plus, it's hard for the Bears defense to be very exotic. They're just trying to get lined up, so you see more vanilla defenses.
46-yard line of Washington in the pistol. 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Shotgun snap. The fake handoff by Daniels. Wanted to run. When he cut, he met the tackle of Odunze, their defensive lineman, and only a yard gain over the left tackle. So he's out to the Washington 47, 2nd down and 9.
Terrific discipline there by Dayo Odunze, the end man in the line of scrimmage there for the Bears. Unique scheme where they pulled the left tackle Tunsil. Odunze didn't fall for it. That's excellent.
8:49 first quarter. 48 of Washington. 2nd down And we'll call it 8 to go. Shotgun formation, 3 wide, high snap. They bring the blitz, short pass, dropped at midfield by Deebo Samuel on the logo. Flags are thrown back at the 38-yard line of Washington. 2 flags, in fact, are down. Samuel tonight playing with a bruised heel, and he was questionable and limited in practice all week.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 98, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's former Washington player Montez Sweat.
Well, and there's been a lot of talk. He only has 1 sack this year. The Bears are paying him a lot of money. And so there's been a lot of talk. He got the left hand up, and then it came down, and he pushed Daniels in the face. To me, it was unnecessary. You know, I think they would have allowed him to just have his hand touch Daniels' helmet, but he kind of gave him a little bit of a shove, like an open hand shove. Just so unnecessary.
Now with the penalty, 37 of Chicago, trailing 3-0. Washington has it. First down and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Low line drive, caught on a dive at the 34 on the numbers. Zach Ertz, the tight end, doubled, dove, got it. Again, trapped it against his chest on a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Commanders.
Well, that's notable because Ertz last game didn't have a catch.
Right.
And that was his first time since November 27th of 2014.
Isn't that amazing?
11 years since he hadn't had a catch.
2nd down and 6. With the ball at the 33 of Chicago, shotgun formation for Washington, moving left to right. There's the snap. Handoff, Croskey Merrit over the right guard to the 30 on the hash. Picks up 3 right there, chiseling his way. That'll make it now 3rd down and 3 with the Bears on top 3-0. Under 8 to go in the first. Washington on the move.
At this point on the field, could easily be 4-down territory. What does that mean for Washington here on 3rd down? They could run it again, even though it's a long 3.
From the Chicago 30 in the gun. Washington 3rd and 3. Jayden Daniels, shotgun snap, short drop, quick throw, caught by Deebo Samuel on a lateral throw at the 30. He dives for the first down on the numbers with a gain of 4 on 3rd and 3. Cutting inside, getting it to go. 1st and 10, Washington.
And Deebo Samuel was a zone blitz, so as soon as he caught it, he got hit by Shamar Turner, a defensive tackle. Not often you can see a wide receiver break a tackle from a defensive tackle that weighs all of 295 pounds, but that's exactly what just happened. Deebo's that strong.
Daniels under center, 1st and 10 from the Chicago 26. He gets the snap and spins. Hands off Croskey Merrit. Breaks the tackle as he crosses the 25. He's outside the hash and dives over the left tackle for 5. Down to the Chicago Bear 21. 2nd down and 5 to go with a 3-0 Chicago lead here early.
I'd say both offensive coordinators did a nice job with their opening.
Yes, the script.
Their opening scripts. Both teams methodically moving the ball down the field. There hasn't been a lot of explosive plays.
Chicago 21, Washington 2nd down 5 in the shotgun. Jayden Daniels, the snap is belt high. Pump fakes, now throws a line drive. Intercepted at the 1. Picked off on the play. They'll come the other way with Brisker. Runs on the numbers, the 10, the 20, on the numbers, the 30, far side 35. And Chicago with the tackle there of Brisker, who returns the ball 34 yards up the far side of the field, right in front of his own bench. Comes up with a big drive-ending interception for the Chicago defense. What a play.
From our vantage point, Kevin, we could see it perfectly. It looked like Deebo Samuel was wide open. Daniels was late with the throw, and he threw it behind Samuel and gifted Brisker that pick.
6:06, first quarter. Chicago has just picked off on a good-looking Washington drive. Quarterback Jayden Daniels deep in Chicago territory. Bears get it on top, middle of the first. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners, so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
It's time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by VGW Group. Thursday, Pittsburgh will be in Cincinnati, taking on Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Sunday morning, London will be the scene of Jacksonville and the Rams. Sunday night, Atlanta at San Francisco. Chumba Casino, your game day play for big fun and a shot to score. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play. So a big interception at the Chicago 4 by Brisker in the secondary for the Bears. A return of 34. The ball is at the 34 for quarterback Caleb Williams. 1st and 10. He gets the snap under center. Drops back 7. The pocket crumbling. He winds up. Long throw down the near side. And a leaping catch incomplete down the sideline. Right in front of us to Odunze at the 25 of Washington. Incomplete. Double covered. Defenders. Ross Tucker on both shoulders. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I like the fact that Caleb Williams gave his guy Odunze a shot. He's had such a terrific start to this year. He threw it deep, and Odunze went up, almost able to make the play. Credit Washington for having two guys there to knock it away, but I just like the fact that Caleb Williams has that type of faith in his young receiver.
Chicago 24, 2nd and 10, shotgun snap, quick throw laterally, caught by Moore, runs along the numbers, the 40, he's out to the 49-yard line, 14-yard catch and run in Chicago territory, near midfield. Let's see where they say that knee went down, closer to the 47 of the Bears, where Ross, it'll be 1st and 10 for Chicago, leading 3-0.
It's funny, Kevin, because DJ Moore is like the Deebo Samuel of the Bears. He's the guy that is so good run after catch at 6 foot 210.
47 on the logo, Chicago territory. Bear quarterback Caleb Williams gets the snap and hands off. And it goes to the rookie going over the right tackle. That's Kyle Manungai, who picks up 4. And he crosses midfield. And he is on the logo. It'll be 2nd down. Later on, we'll select the defender of the game. It's sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. 3-0 Bears on top. First quarter clock showing 4:55 and ticking. Bears just picked off the Washington quarterback. They got the ball at the 49 of Washington. Under center, the quarterback Williams, 2nd and 6. Line drive throw. Sliding catch at the 30-yard line. And that's made by Moore again. Like he was sliding into second base on the wet grass here. He caught it feet first. Grabbed it against his chest while sliding on the grass. 18-yard pickup. Got it on the numbers. Down to the Washington 32.
And I'm loving this Bears offense. Caleb Williams under center. Play action pass. It slows down the rush. It gets the linebackers to step up. Then fires a strike in the middle of the field behind the linebacker.
32 of Washington. Under center, the quarterback Williams gets the snap. Short pass. It's caught by the tight end who's drilled right there. That was Cole Kmet. And he's a big rascal, and he caught it, and he was drilled by 2 and driven backwards just on the hash mark. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with the Bears on the move again, leading 3-0 late first quarter. Staying at the Washington 32. In the shotgun, the quarterback, Caleb Williams. Through the air so far, 6 of 8. Shotgun snap. Winds right though to the numbers. It's caught by Level in the tight end. He crosses the 25. Flag thrown. Cuts inside the numbers. Down to the Washington 21. Flag was thrown. It's going to be on the Bears and wipe out that play, Ross.
Pass interference. Offense, number 84. 2-yard penalty. Second down.
Loveland was their first-round pick, the tight end out of Michigan. They're trying to get him going. He's missed some time with injuries. He was split out wide in breaking route. He didn't need to do it. Now, I think that the DB on the play, Trey Amos, was backing off anyway, but Loveland pushed off. I think it was zone coverage, Kevin. He pushed off a zone defender. He didn't have to do it.
In the shotgun, second down 20. Caleb Williams looks at a four-man front, 42 of Washington, four-man rush. There's the snap and a quick throw down the middle, incomplete. Zacchaeus at about the 30-yard line between the hash marks, deep in Washington territory. Incomplete pass, third down and 20 to go for the Bears. First quarter clock stopped at 3:09.
That needs to be a completion. Zacchaeus is in the slot. It's a zone coverage. I'm not sure why Williams led him into the defender and didn't just put the ball on him, because Zacchaeus sat down against the zone. Third and really long. My guess is something underneath to just get a more palatable field goal attempt.
Third down 20. Williams in the gun. 32 of Washington. Shotgun snap. Four-man rush. Little throw caught by Moore. He skip runs his way by a defender on the far sideline to 35. And he's down to the 30 and knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field at about the 30-yard line right in front of the Chicago bench. So it's a gain of 12. It's 4th and 8. And here comes the field goal unit once again for the Bears. About a 48-yarder coming up.
That's one of those rare plays, Kevin, where both sides are kind of okay with it. You know, the Commanders obviously, they don't want to allow 12 yards, but they want to make sure he doesn't get the first down. And the Bears are just trying to give Moody, who got called up in the practice squad today, a better chance here.
Santos injured. Moody, the former 49er, will try a 48-yard Chicago Bear field goal. Ball put down. Kick is up and perfect again. End over end to our left. And the Bears have had it twice. They've scored both times. I will say this, the Commanders hold them out of getting anything more than that. But we're late in the first, 2.5 to go, 6-0 Chicago. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Whatever your vision for holiday decorating, the Home Depot has what you need to bring it to life. Like our warm white holiday lights with steady lit technology, so your lights stay glowing even if one bulb fails. Whether you're going for a soft, warm glow or a colorful display of holiday cheer, choose from our wide variety of holiday lights starting at $5 in store only. Find everything you need to get your holidays started with the Home Depot.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
You could think you found your dream home online, but here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Late first quarter, Bears on top 6-0 with Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan. We're in the Grainger broadcast booth in Washington. At work every day is game day. Give your crew an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. We had an interception by Chicago, setting up another field goal. They've gotten ones tonight of 47 and 48 yards, and they're going to kick off again. 6-0 Bears, 2:27 first quarter, 2-2 Chicago coming off a bye. Commanders at 3-2. Here's the end over end kick. McCaffrey far sideline traps a kickoff catch against his chest up that far sideline. 20, 25 on the numbers, 30, and works his way to the 31 of Washington on a 30-yard return. So let's see how the Commanders respond. Now down 6-0 at home on a rainy night here in Washington, D.C.
No punts so far.
Yep.
Kevin, I mean, the teams have combined for 121 yards, but no plays of over 20 yards. That's kind of the way the NFL is now. You know, with all these teams deciding to play two deep safeties, everybody knows the metrics and analytics as it relates to explosive plays. Everybody wants to force the opponent to have to go the length of the field and not give up those big explosive plays.
Daniels in the gun from his 30. Shotgun snap, 1st and 10, under duress, winds up, arching spiral, far side, broken up, incomplete. And they were aiming for Chris Moore. And a flag has been thrown on the play. With 2:13 to play here in the first.
Illegal contact. Defense number 26. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Deshaun Wright, a veteran, a former Viking, will pick it up for Chicago's secondary.
It was actually outstanding coverage across the board. There was nowhere to go with the football for Jayden Daniels. Evidently too good by Wright there. You can't continue to ride a guy after 5 yards like he did with McCaffrey there. Once it's after 5 yards, you got to stop touching him.
Washington 35, 1st and 10, shotgun snap to Daniels, hands off. It's Croskey Merrit who was hit and fumbled the ball, running over the left tackle. It's on the 35, and it looks like the Commanders who are trying to dig it out. No call, and Chicago got it. A fumble by the rookie running back, who's had a terrific start, knocked away, poked away by Montez Sweat, and recovered by the Bears. And look where they've got it, at the 34-yard line of Washington. 2 turnovers on 2 Commanders possessions.
This is what the Bears defense has done as of late. They have been turning teams over at a crazy rate. 4 takeaways in their last 2 games. Now, in each of those games, now they have 2 already tonight, and it's the former Commanders defensive end Sweat that gets it done.
Chicago will break huddle. They're moving with a light drizzle right now on a 55-degree nation's capital night from our right to our left. 35 of the Commanders. Bears shotgun snap to Williams. Pump fake, short pass. Caught inside the numbers, 30 down to the 25. And it's Odunze who works his way to the 24-yard line of Washington. Gain of 11. Quick count, quick catch. 1st and 10 Bears, 24 of the Commanders.
You know, Kevin, obviously, Croskey Merrit has to have better ball security, but there was nowhere to go. The Bears' run defense has stepped up so far tonight.
24 of Washington. Caleb Williams under center. 1st down and 10. He gets the snap and turns to his right. Hands off to Swift. Runs over the right tackle. Inside the numbers. And a burst of 5, Ross Tucker, to the 19 of Washington.
What an opportunity right now for the Bears to get a double-digit lead in this game. At a minimum, they should be able to go up 2 scores here with the field goal, but obviously already having the ball inside the 20, they want more than that. So impressed with how quickly Williams has been getting the ball out of his hands so far in this game.
50 seconds, clock ticking, first quarter. Bears on top, 6-0, threatening again in the red zone. 19-yard line of Washington. Shotgun formation for Williams of Chicago. 2nd down 5, got the snap, hands to Swift over the left tackle, the 20, cuts inside the 15, inside the numbers to 10, and down he slices his way to the 7-yard line of Washington. Good looking run, 13-yard run by Swift. It's 1st and goal to go. The Bears at the 7 of the Commanders.
2nd time the Bears have had success with that run to the left, and it's awesome job by Bennett, the new left tackle, and Joe Tooney, the left guard. This Bears offense is rolling. It looks like they're going to be rolling into the 2nd quarter.
Wonderful balance as well. 6-0 It's Chicago on top. 2 first-quarter turnovers by the Commanders. When we come back to start the second, the Bears will have it. First and goal to go. 6-0 Chicago. Let's go to the second. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same day or next day delivery, or order online and pick it up in store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Have you heard the Staples Easy button is back with even more easy? Press it for custom print, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. With Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan, we're in the Granger broadcast booth here in Washington, D.C. Starting the second quarter, Washington has turned it over twice in the first quarter. The Bears have cashed in on one of them. In fact, both of them, 47-yard field goal, a 48-yard field goal, and they got it now first and goal to go in their last 2 games. The Bears have 4 first-quarter takeaways, an amazing number.
Well, I mean, to have 4 in each of the last 2 games is crazy. Now they have 10 in their last 9 quarters, and then they're running the ball effectively. Williams has 8 completions to 6 different receivers. Right now, everything is going the Bears' way, which is why it's so critical that they get a touchdown here. When you're getting the turnovers, when you're moving the ball like this, you need to step on the other team's throat.
You know, in the first 5 games, Washington only turned it over a couple times. Twice tonight. Manungai, the rookie, is the running back. First and goal from the 7. Here's the snap. It goes to Williams, and it's a jet sweep handoff, and it goes to Moore, who runs over the right guard. He got it and cut in the middle between the hash marks and got 6 and get down to the Washington 1. A gain of 6. Second goal for the Bears, who lead it 6-0 just starting the second quarter.
Another super creative run there. That time from Ben Johnson. You have the backside tackle and tight end pull. Sets up second and short. Surprised they're in the gun here.
From the 1 of Washington, second down and goal. Williams, arms outstretched, shotgun snap, the fake. Swift the block. Williams will run it over the right tackle to the pylon, near side, diving in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams has done it again. Taking his team on a 3rd possession for a 3rd consecutive score. And they cash in on the fumble and now have a lead here in Washington, 12-0 after the 1-yard touchdown run with the extra point coming up for the Bears.
Well, what you love about that play call is you get the extra blocker, and he needed it. Dandre Swift had an excellent block on the edge on Quan Martin, just enough for Williams to be able to get inside the pylon. What a fantastic start for the Chicago Bears.
Jake Moody will try the extra point. Ball put down. Here's the kick away to our right and good. 13-0 Chicago. 2 Washington turnovers, couple field goals by the Bears, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Caleb Williams. 13-0 the Bears. Starting the second quarter, this is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
This is Women's Work with Nicole Khalil.
I wish you health, physical, mental, emotional, financial, social, and most definitely spiritual.
Redefining what it means to be doing women's work.
I would rather have the temporary pain of discomfort than the avoidable pain of regret.
But hear me when I say this. Believe in something. Believe in yourself. That, more than anything, is absolutely woman's work.
This is Women's Work from Believe. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
You know, in most households across the country, screen time is a real struggle. And while the struggle is most definitely real, it's important to work through it rather than just giving in to the quick fix. I want to tell you about a study published in one of the American Psychological Association's journals. It found the more time kids spent looking at a screen, the more likely it was their actions and feelings didn't meet expectations for their stage of development. Now, what's more, kids who are having trouble turn back to their screens to help them cope. I want to underscore the importance of kids learning how to regulate their emotions without using a screen as a crutch. Remember, kids younger than 2 probably shouldn't have any screen time outside of video chats. Kids 2 to 5, no more than an hour a day. Older kids, no more than 2 hours. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
13-0 Bears, early second quarter. Let's check the drive summary. Sponsored by Nationwide. Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're a financial services company, too. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. 5-play, 35-yard drive by the Bears. 1-yard touchdown run. Caleb Williams, after the rookie running back for Washington, fumbled the ball at the Commanders' 35. Now the Bears set to kick off. The drizzling has stopped. The wind continues. 55 degrees. Cloudy skies, obviously, here on the East Coast and in Washington. Jake Moody will kick it off for Chicago. It'll come from our left to our right. The boot is away. It is end over end. It'll be taken in the end zone, and McCaffrey to a knee after he catches the ball 4 yards deep to the 35. Washington, Ross Tucker, 1st and 10, and down at home, 13-0.
A little surprised, by the way, that the Bears have kicked a couple touchbacks there. You don't see that very often in the NFL anymore because you don't want to concede the 35-yard line.
You know what I think it might be, though, with these new kickers, and I saw one yesterday at Lambeau Field in Green Bay for CBS. I think there is so much strategy getting into that landing zone. When you got a new kicker, just play it safe, get it in there, and they'll take their chances. What do you think?
Well, maybe, but even if you don't get to the landing zone, they only get it to 40s. It's only 5 more yards.
True. 35-yard line, shotgun formation for the quarterback, Daniels, who gets the snap and hands off to Croskey Merrit, who just fumbled the ball. Runs over the left tackle. He's outside the hash. And on the play, picks up about 2. Ross, and it's 2nd down and 8 for Washington. And our clock here, a minute gone, second quarter.
Like the decision to hand it to Bill, Croskey Merrit there. You know, he's fumbled now in back-to-back games. So, as a young player, he's a rookie. You want to get that out of his head as soon as possible. Give him the rock again.
Chris Rodriguez is the running back, 2nd down 8. 37-yard line of Washington. Shotgun snap to the quarterback. 5-man rush. Line drive throw to the near side. Caught 50-yard line. A belt high grab. Immediately taken down there was Chris Moore, the receiver. Got the ball on the near sideline in front of his own Washington bench. Picks up 12. 1st down, Commanders.
Obviously, Kevin, there's a ton of time left in this game, but it bears repeating with no Noah Brown, no Terry McLaurin, and a banged-up Deebo Samuel.
Good point.
You know, that makes this deficit even more important because the Commanders don't want to have to get in a game where they're throwing the ball over the place.
We're going to say he was down at the Washington 48 in the shotgun formation after a gain of 11. It's 1st and 10, spinning completely around. It's an end around, and it comes to the near side, and Lane will take it from the near to the far side on the shotgun snap, and a quick spinning handoff, and a gain of 7 for Jalen Lane, who's a rookie out of Virginia Tech, and the receiver angling to the far side. Gets the ball to the 45-yard line of Chicago.
Commanders bringing in an extra offensive lineman on this play. You see it more and more often in the NFL. These extra O-linemen, so they have an extra offensive lineman and 2 tight ends. This is jumbo 13 personnel. You're trying to put edge defenders in an uncomfortable position.
Chicago 45, 2nd down 3, shotgun snap. Daniels will get it and run to the far sideline laterally, and then brought down by Kevin Byard. Nice knockdown right there. Also, Tremaine Edmonds coming through, the former Buffalo Bill, losing 3. The Washington quarterback now gives him a 3rd down and 6. And the ball is at the 48-yard line of the Bears, who lead it 13-0.
Well, one thing is clear. The Bears are not going to let Jayden Daniels beat them with their legs. They are ready for Jayden Daniels' run. It's going to have to be Croskey, Merrit, or the running backs. And here on 3rd and 6, it's probably going to have to be Jayden Daniels' arm.
Jeremy McNichols is the new running back. Shotgun formation for Washington, 3rd and 6 from the Chicago 48. Wobbly pass. Looking for Ertz on a shallow cross. Flags thrown on the field on the near side and back where the quarterback was dropping back. It's going to be on the Bears.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 26. 15-yard penalty. It's an automatic 1st down.
That's on to Sean Wright in the secondary for Chicago.
Boy, that is the second absolute killer penalty on Deshaun Wright, where he's been penalized for something that's not even near the play. You know, he had the illegal contact on McCaffrey earlier. This time, it's a face mask. Daniels wasn't looking anywhere near where that flag was thrown, but it's the right call. And Deshaun Wright, early in the down, got his hands up in Chris Moore's headgear.
Chicago 33, Washington 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, fake handoff, dropping back Daniels. Now he'll run up the middle. The 30 between the hash marks. He dances with a little stutter step move, and he dives down to the 26 of the Bears and picks up 7 for Washington. In all black tonight with gold letters and gold lettering and numbers, and they're moving well on this drive, trailing 13-0 early in the 2nd quarter. Daniels at 7-yard run. Lining up at the Chicago 26. You mentioned it, the no huddle. It's been a part of their playbook tonight. Shotgun formation, Chicago 26, Washington 2nd and 3, shotgun snap, handoff here, goes to McNichols, burrows his way over the center, between the hash marks, and picks up 4 as he's down to the 23-yard line of Chicago. It is a 1st and 10 for Washington. Moving well, and they've had a nice balance here again of run and pass.
They really have. You know, neither team has even gotten close to punting at this point. As they're both moving the ball up and down the field, they just have bogged down, whether it's turnovers or settling for field goals for the most part.
McNichols the back, 22 is Chicago. Washington 1st and 10. 10-18 in the 2nd quarter. Shotgun formation, Daniels hunched over, gets the high snap, sets, now the pressure, 5, he lost the ball, it bounced right back up to him, he then vacuums it in and gets back to the line of scrimmage as he went over the right side, no gain in the play, they stay at the Chicago 22, the Bears brought pressure, 5 defenders coming right in there and disrupting that pocket.
Wow. I mean, that is good fortune for the Commanders that ball bounced right up to Daniels. That's the first time I think the weather's been a factor because it just slipped out of his hand. I don't know if his right thigh hit it or what, but he is very fortunate that the ball bounced right back up to him like a basketball.
He's never lost a fumble in his career. 2nd down 10, 22 is Chicago. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Lines up, arching spiral, end zone, caught, over the shoulder, touchdown. Near side, grabbed on the play by Moore. Near side, back corner, over the shoulder, looking into the lights and into the drizzle. 22-yard touchdown pass Chris Moore from quarterback Jayden Daniels. And the Commanders are on the board.
That is a simply remarkable throw and catch from Daniels to Moore, because Kyler Gordon, the Bears corner, had terrific coverage. Moore skied for it, got that right knee down right before he rolled out of bounds. And man, oh man, did the Commanders need that.
That game will try the extra point to our left. The snap is good, as is the kick. And a new score from the nation's capital. The clock at 9:28 in the first half. Chicago 13-7 as Washington scores. That's the first touchdown reception this season for Chris Moore, who's a veteran out of the University of Cincinnati. Let's step aside. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Mr. Monopoly here. Monopoly is back at McDonald's. Register in the McDonald's app so you're ready to get your bag. 2 ways to peel for a chance to get your bag. Physical peels with select items and digital peels with others to get your bag. Play Monopoly at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No purchase necessary. See rules at playatmcd.com for full details and amoe.playatmcd.com to play without purchase. Ends November 23rd, but bonus play ends November 2nd. Monopoly is a registered trademark of Hasbro. Copyright McDonald's.
These new cars are so advanced.
Thank you, Tim.
You can talk? Can you give me advice?
Well, you should have bought me with the Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan.
Really?
Correct. You could have received great rates and a pre-approval that's good for 90 days.
Do you have an off feature?
Do not be rude, Tim.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval.
In the second quarter, the Bears lead at 13-7. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Coast to coast and around the world, this is Westwood One, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video, Steelers and Bengals. And you can also hear that game right here on West One. Chicago coming into tonight off a bye, 2-2. They've won 2 in a row. And Washington is 3-2. And with Philadelphia at 4-2 on top, we know what a win would do with Washington tonight. Right now, they're trailing 13-7. Washington will kick off from right to left. The boot is away. It'll be Duvernay at the 5, far sideline, the 10, outside the numbers, the 20, cuts inside the 25, and on the hash or near it. He's out to the Chicago 26, 23-yard return. We just saw a perfect 22-yard touchdown pass to Moore from quarterback Jayden Daniels.
It really was. Watching it a few more times here on the monitor in the booth, it was a slot fade, and here's the thing. Kyler Gordon knew it was coming. He was way off of Chris Moore. You typically wouldn't throw that if the nickel corner is that far off. Daniels had that much confidence in his ability to throw it and Moore's ability to make the catch.
Caleb Williams is under center for the Bears are now in the second quarter, moving left to right at his own 26. Moves a receiver. He gets the snap. It's a jet sweep. It goes to Zacchaeus. Runs laterally on the 25. Hit the far sideline. Tried to cut outside the number. And picked up about 4. Ross Tucker out to the Chicago 29.
And even though that's only 4 yards, anytime you can run any type of jet sweep like that, where you're getting the defense running horizontally, it sets up everything off of it. Any of the inside runs to the running back, any quarterback power, anything like that off of it, when you give it to that jet sweep receiver sometimes.
Second down, 6. Williams under center, got the snap, the pitch out to Swift on the 30, near sideline 40, chase to the near sideline 45, and runs into the Commanders bench on the near sideline and out of bounds. He got near the 50. He runs right there for 18. Boy, there was a great block up front by the right tackle, Darnell Wright, who missed the last game against the Raiders. Comes up with a big block for the Chicago running back. 1st and 10, Chicago near midfield.
Everybody has that play. It is a toss crack. Excellent blocks by Zacchaeus and DJ Moore. You mentioned it. Wright got the kickout block, and that was a gigantic scene.
49 of the Bears. Shotgun snap on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff and the run. And it's a good one. And it's Monangai who takes it, or rather Johnson. Rashawn Johnson, who takes it right over the center. He picks up 6. 2nd down 4. We should mention that this is a rebuilt Chicago Bears offensive line, and tonight they're playing well.
They really are, and they might have found the right formula here, getting right back from injury, still has that big brace on his right elbow, and Benedict, if you're not calling his name at left tackle, that means he's doing a good job.
45-yard line of Washington. Williams is under center. The wide receiver, DJ Moore, is the back. Chicago quarterback under center against the snap. He spins left, he fakes the handoff, and he throws a short lateral pass to Burton. Burton is on the 45 and drilled right there. Hit hard on the play by Darnell Savage, the former Green Bay Packer. It is a no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3, 7:20, clock ticking, 2nd quarter.
So at this point on the field, on the 44-yard line, they're not going to try a 61-yard field goal attempt, I wouldn't think, with Moody, which opens them up to potentially run it here, knowing they have 2 downs to get the 3 yards.
Washington 44, 3rd down, 3 to go. Shotgun snap to the Chicago quarterback. Williams runs near sideline 45-40, got the first. Runs into the Commanders bench below us. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and 3. 1st down, Chicago Bears leading 13-7. And each drive tonight, Ross Tucker, their offense has moved the ball.
They certainly have, and Caleb Williams just looks so decisive.
He does.
You know, the Bears are doing a much better job stopping the Daniels runs than the Commanders are of stopping the Bears runs with Caleb Williams. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Williams run the ball a few more times tonight.
1st down and 10, 40 of Washington. Williams under center. Got the snap, backpedals 5. Does a little pass, caught by Swift on his shoestrings. He's at the 45, far sideline 40, and he's down to the 39-yard line of the Washington Commanders. Working on the far side of the field. It'll be 2nd down, a gain of about a yard of the play. That was a remarkable catch, and it was a catch. He got it, and the ball just happened to hit the grass, but he had it in his gloved hands on a back pedal on a low throw, a short pass by the Chicago quarterback.
You know, the question really is whether or not it's worth challenging.
Right. It was only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, I think the answer is no.
No, don't waste it. 2nd down 9. Oh, now they do.
But why?
I don't know.
I mean, I think they'll win, but for a yard?
5:45, 2nd quarter. Dan Quinn, who took this team to 12 wins a season ago, and the NFC Championship game where they eventually lost to the eventual Super Bowl
Washington is challenging the ruling of the field of a completed pass.
Eagles. All right. We can tell him right now. I thought he had it. The ball in his grasp hit the ground, but he controlled the ball. Anyway, this close-shaped instant replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. Chicago leads at 13-7. Washington is challenging a completion for only a yard gain. Let's step aside. 13-7 Bears. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
They've looked at it, and they've reversed the catch. So it's 2nd down and 10.
You know what, Kevin?
Yeah?
We get these stat packets every week, whether it's TV or radio. They have the challenge record for every head coach I wonder if sometimes these guys think, you know what, let me chalk up another victory here. Let me get an easy win here for a yard.
40-yard line of Washington. Chicago 2nd and 10. There's a shotgun snap. You hear the whistles and flags on the field with 6:21 to play in the half. And the Bears leading by 6.
Timeout, Washington. They're first.
So a timeout taken, the first by the Commanders, who come in 3-2. Chicago 2-2. We'll step aside. 13-7 Bears. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop fall savings and get up to 40% off select appliances like Frigidaire. Get ready for a season of hosting with the Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. The only oven that reaches 750 degrees for restaurant-quality pizza in as little as 2 minutes. Start making hosting easier with fall appliance savings today at the Home Depot. Only when using Stone-Baked Pizza mode. Offer valid October 2nd through October 22nd. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. The United Airlines app has all the bells and whistles to make flying easier and can save you around 30 minutes at the airport. Get real-time flight updates, like a live countdown clock to boarding, even if your screen's locked. Get play-by-play directions through the airport with a personalized map. And if you want to make a game time decision and go home early or stay longer, there are no fees to change your flight. Get the United app at united.com/app. No fees to change your flight. Excludes basic economy. Applies to flights originating in the U.S. Fare difference may apply. That United app, by the way, the #1 app in the airline industry. All right, time now for our fact of the game, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. In tonight's fact of the game, the quarterback of Washington, Jayden Daniels, has as many wins as Williams has losses. Caleb Williams of Chicago. But all that being said, the Bears lead this one right now by a count of 13-7. We're in the second quarter. And they're on the move again at the 40 of Washington. 2nd and 10 for the Bears after the Commanders, Ross Tucker, just called a timeout.
A timeout after they won a 1-yard challenge in which they didn't lose a timeout.
Right.
So it's almost like that was karma. I think that was the challenge karma gods costing the Commanders a timeout there.
In the shotgun, 2nd and 10, Bears at the Washington 40, shotgun snap, back 5, they bring 5, quick blitz, quick throw, incomplete. On a slant, looking for Zacchaeus inside the numbers, short throw, and the pressure was too strong. The pass was wide, 3rd and 10 for the Bears.
You know, we didn't mention this on the Swift challenge that was ruled incomplete. That was really a second poor throw by Williams because Swift was wide open and should have had more yards there. That was another errant throw by Williams. He's now had 3 bad ones. Here on 3rd and 10, he's going to have to make a big one.
Well, they need a couple yards here to get in field goal range. Swift is off his left hip. 40 of Washington. Chicago 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation, 3 wide. There's the snap, the pitch out to Swift. He's got blockers on the far side, the 40. Got a block and broke a tackle, 35. On the far side, down to the Washington 31. Swift does it again. And he is gaining on the play about 8 to make it 4th and 2 and push him close. Now the decision. Do you go for the field goal, which would be about 50 yards, or do you go for it 4th and 2, and they're going to keep their offense on the field?
Well, Ben Johnson, if he learned anything from Dan Campbell in Detroit, it's that in these situations, you are aggressive. Swift is out of the game for this play. Again, keep your eye on Williams as a runner.
Rashawn Johnson is the back. Williams is under center. 31 of Washington, 4th and 1. The snap, the fake handoff, the deep drop. They bring 5, line drive throw, tipped incomplete. And on down, Chicago will give it to Washington. The defense holds for the Commanders. Big play.
It was a huge play. They tried to get the crossing route. Credit to Frankie Louvu. He was all over it.
He was indeed deflecting the ball. Washington will get it back. They trail 13-7, 5.5 in the half. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000. Wooden, Mississippi.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, it saved time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Welcome back to the nation's capital with former lineman Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan. We're in the Grainger broadcast booth tonight. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward. On downs, the Chicago Bears will turn it over. So at the 31, Washington has it in their own zone. 1st and 10, the shotgun snap, the quick throw up the middle. Caught by the running back, Croskey Merrit. He got it belt high. He spun on the hash, and he moves upfield. He gets to about the 37-yard line, gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down 3, and a Bear player is down.
There's a bunch getting up slow, and it was friendly fire at the very tail end of that play. Number 96, Jonathan Ford, who got promoted from the practice squad, he came flying in and rocked Noah Sewell, one of the Bears linebackers.
Watching it again. Yeah, Ford got Sewell. And hard to look at. Sewell went down. Didn't see him coming. As Croskey Merrit caught that ball, and they had the gang tackle. And the player down for Chicago right now with our clock at 5:13 of the second quarter. With the Bears leading 13-7. Caleb Williams has had a 1-yard touchdown run. And Jayden Daniels has had a 22-yard touchdown pass for the Commanders. There's an injury timeout. 5:13 in the second. We're going to step aside. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Hey everybody, Kurt Warner here. Ever since retiring from the NFL, I've wanted to use my knowledge and expertise to impact the future of our game. So I created QBConfidential.com to build better players, smarter coaches, and more informed fans. If you want to increase your football IQ, learn quarterback technique, build a playbook, go inside the film room, or develop the mindset of a champion, QBConfidential.com is perfect for you. That's QBConfidential.com. Join the team today.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. performance that pays off. Because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
We're in the midst of an injury timeout right now. Noah Sewell, a linebacker for the Chicago Bears, is being attended to on the field with the athletic trainers around him. And I think he just got up on his feet, which is a great, great sign. Rams and Jaguars will meet Sunday at 9:30 Eastern, only on NFL Network and streaming with NFL Plus. Don't miss the final NFL game in London, presented by NetApp. Subscription required for NFL Plus. Visit plus.nfl.com for terms. You can also hear that broadcast right here on Westwood One. Well, he's getting off and not even getting help. He is walking off under his own power. His eyes squints as he walks to the sideline, and we'll try to get an update. 2nd down and 3, 5:05 with the clock ticking here in the second quarter. Washington has it, 13-7, Bears lead. In all black with gold numbers and lettering from their own 38. The quarterback, Daniels, gets the snap under center, hands off to Croskey. Merrit brought down as he goes over the right tackle and picks up 4, and he's out to the Washington 42 and gets a first down. Ross Tucker on that run.
Sewell had been the third linebacker for the Bears whenever the Commanders had 2 tight ends or more on the field. So you wonder sometimes, do the Commanders come out, they're not doing it right now, but do they do more 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, and see who that next linebacker even would be for the Bears?
Washington 42. Commanders 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, handoff goes to Croskey. Merrit over the right tackle, far sideline, 45-50, and angles out of bounds. Hit on the play by Tyreek Stevenson, crossing midfield, weaving his way to the far sideline to the 48 of Chicago. He picks up 12. Good blocking over there. Good run for the rookie. 1st and 10, Commanders.
This is one of the things that really impresses me about Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury and his rushing scheme. They pulled a lineman to the left. Jayden Daniels went to the left. A lot of keys saying left, but they handed it to Croskey Merrit going back the other way. It's not easy for those second-level defenders.
Shotgun formation, 47 to Chicago, 1st and 10. Handoff, Croskey. Merrit goes over the right tackle and dives to the Chicago 45 on a gain of 2. Again, setting it up. This is the best rush offense in the NFL against the number 31 rush defense of Chicago.
That time, T.J. Edwards made the play, and man, are they happy to have him back. He's just one of those guys, Kevin, that has always gotten it. Started his career as an undrafted free agent out of Wisconsin with the Eagles, and he beats people and wins with his brain. He did it again there, reading that blocking scheme.
Chicago 46, Washington 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels, the fake handoff, the drop back of 5. They bring 4. He runs to the far sideline, 50, up the sideline, and then cuts, and he goes down near the 45 of Chicago. He picks up 1 at the most to the Bear 45 for the scrambling Washington quarterback. The clock right now is at 2:40, and it is ticking with Chicago leading 13-7. We've not seen or heard from Deebo Samuel in this one, have we? Yet.
He's in the middle of three receivers to Daniels' left here.
3rd down, 8. Washington at the Chicago 45. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush, line drive throw, caught. Belt high grab, Ertz, the tight end on the hash, hit the deck on the grass, 35 of Chicago. It's a pickup of 10 through the air on a laser thrown by quarterback Jayden Daniels, 1st and 10, Washington.
Whether you play zone or man, Zach Ertz can still find a way to get open. It's incredible.
Shotgun formation, and the 2-minute warning is here. With the Bears on top, 13-7. 22-yard touchdown pass by the Washington quarterback Daniels, and a 1-yard touchdown run for the Chicago quarterback Caleb Williams. Let's step aside. 2-minute warning, 13-7 Bears. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes. Interception! Did you see that? No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. This modern-day non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a shave experience like no other. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. We're at the 2-minute warning in the nation's capital. 13-7. Chicago's on top. Stay with us for the halftime report with Mike Golick and Mike Golick Jr. They'll break down the first half and have news and notes from around the NFL. That's coming up at the half. And now, late in the third, Atlanta is leading Buffalo 21-14. First down and 10. Washington with 2 timeouts, trailing by 6 at the Bears 35. Shotgun snap to the Washington quarterback. Lateral throw, near sideline, caught by Samuel at the 40. In front of his own bench on the near sideline, got to the 37. So he lost a yard on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Commanders in all black tonight.
Commanders trying to take as much time off the clock as they can on this drive to leave the Bears with as little as possible, but the Bears still have all 3 of their timeouts. We'll see if either side uses one after this 2nd down play.
Chicago 37, shotgun formation, 2nd and 12 for Washington. Daniels gets the shotgun snap, 4-man rush, short throw. It's caught at the 35 by Ertz, who got it, belt high, trapped it against his chest, picks up 3 to the Chicago 34, and a whistle. With
first charge, timeout of the half, Chicago.
Bears have 2, Washington has 2. Clock, Ross Tucker at 1:16 before halftime. Daniels a touchdown pass and a pick. Washington 2 turnovers. Caleb Williams a touchdown run with a couple field goals from their new kicker tonight, Jake Moody, because of the injury to Santos.
That makes sense to me, the Bears calling a timeout there. That's well done by Ben Johnson. It's 3rd and long for the Commanders. Even if the Commanders get a first down here, the clock's not much of a factor. They're going to try to take it down as much as they can. So Johnson's counting on his team getting a stop here and trying to give his quarterback that he clearly has faith in, Caleb Williams, as much time as possible. Empty set. You must be alert for Daniels' legs.
3rd and 9, 34 of Chicago. Shotgun snap, quick throw, far sideline. It is crossed by McNichols, the running back, and he tried to dance, and he really couldn't get free. He only got 2 down to the 32 of the Bears on that far sideline. Redwell brought down, and now it'll be 4th and 7. Looks like about a 50-yard field goal. Chicago has taken a timeout. They've got 1 left. And the Commanders, who got this ball after holding Chicago on downs deep in Commander territory, have taken it now down to the Chicago 32. We've got 1:14 before half with the Commanders trailing by 6.
That was awesome because they had an empty set. Kevin, the Bears came with an all-out blitz because they knew if we come all-out blitz, Daniels has to get rid of the ball quickly. When he did that, they just made the tackle well short of the first down. That's good defense from Dennis Allen's group on the defensive side of the ball for Chicago.
There's about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. There is no rain right now. In fact, we haven't had it most of this first half after going through it all day today in the Washington, D.C. area. Here is a 50-yard field goal by Matt Gay. Ball put down, good snap. The right-footed kick is up, and it hits the upright. No good. Doink. Kicks to the side. The Bears have held. They will take over with a timeout and a 6-point lead with 1:10 to play before halftime, and they get the ball at their own 40-yard line on that missed 50-yard field goal by Gay of Washington.
That is a double, maybe triple whammy there for the Commanders. You miss the field goal, then you don't take any time off the clock on a kickoff, and the Bears get the ball at the 40. The Bears are 20 yards away from already being in field goal range.
All right, so the quarterback, Caleb Williams, will have it in the shotgun from his own Chicago 40. They're moving from our left to our right. The snap is there. Drops back, winds up, line drive, spiral near sideline, incomplete for Moore. Nice coverage on the near side by Trey Amos, a rookie out of Ole Miss, incomplete. 2nd down, 10, 1:05 in the half, with the Bears leading 13-7. Quarterback Caleb Williams tonight, 9 of 16 for 80 yards. It is 2nd down and 10 at his own 40 in the shotgun, looking at a 4-man front. The snap is there, the 4-man rush. The line drive throw, far side over the shoulder catch, far side Loveland, the tight end. He got the ball near the 45 of the Bears, picks up 6, 3rd down 4 for Chicago. 1 timeout and the clock ticking at 48 seconds.
Bears want to try to save that timeout as much as they can. I'm a little surprised they're huddling up here, though. They're using an awful lot of time.
Shotgun formation, 45 of Chicago. The Bear quarterback is in the gun against the snap, 3rd and 5. Here comes the blitz. He breaks a tackle. Williams running for his life to the far side. Cuts his arm, thrown on the sideline. Down he goes. Big hit by Luvu on that sideline in front of the Chicago bench. Far sideline. And now it is 4th down.
Man, you have to love the way Frankie Louvu plays football. I mean, that guy plays for keeps. Williams did an unbelievable job to break away from Darnell Savage, and then just as the play was almost over, he got lit up by Louvu. This is a rule adjustment as of last year. If those quarterbacks are going to try and get an extra yard there, they're going to subject themselves to taking a lick like Williams did from Louvu.
Dan Quinn is out on the field with a discussion with the official line judge. It is 4th and 12. The Bears could do nothing with it.
Please reset the game clock to 25 seconds.
So they put another second on the clock. Quinn had called timeout. 25 seconds on the clock. The Bears are in punting formation with their punter, Torrey Taylor. Chicago will punt from left to right. Wind at about 10 miles an hour. It'll be in the face of the Chicago punter. Belt high long snap. The punt is away. Deep back is the return man who lets it bounce in back of him on that far sideline at the Washington 15 and out of bounds deep in Washington territory at about the 8 or 9. 55-yard punt and well placed by the punter, Torrey Taylor. He's out of Iowa for Chicago.
That was an elite punt, and because of it, I would think the Commanders would just take a knee here and take it in. I mean, 55 yards, no return, inside the 10 in that pressure situation. I mean, that's the type of punters you get from Iowa, Kev.
You're right. They are going to be in the protective formation. He'll go to them. What does that mean? What do you mean that's the kind of punter?
Iowa has good punters every year.
Roby? How about Roby?
I'm saying all of them. I feel like they always have the best punter in the country.
There's something else, man. You got more information than I can possibly digest. We're at halftime. 0's on the clock. Each team will go to their respective tunnel, and the half is here. And we've got a rematch of the first and second picks in the draft from last year. And Chicago's on top, 13-7. Washington, 2 first-half turnovers. Caleb Williams, a touchdown run. Jayden Daniels, a touchdown pass. That's the end of the first half. Bears by 6. When we come back, the Golics rejoin us from the Progressive Insurance Studios in Los Angeles with the halftime report. Protect the stuff you love with renter's insurance. Visit Progressive.com. From Washington, you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
Story goes that in Colonel Sanders' relentless pursuit of flavor, he cooked up a big, juicy, extra crispy KFC chicken sandwich with classic or spicy options. Then he added crisp pickles and put it on top of a fluffy brioche bun. But as he admired his culinary creation, he realized it was missing something. And after 3 sleepless nights, he figured it out. It was a really tiny price. So he made it just $3.99. The Colonel lived so he could chicken. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. We're at the half. Bears up 13-7 over the Commanders. Alongside my father, Mike Golick Sr. I'm Mike Golick Jr. And Dad, a bit of a choppy half there. Turnovers, get some points on the board. What did you like about the response from Washington to get this game to 1 score before the half?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, Jayden Daniels only has 1 incompletion, and it was an interception on the goal line. So, you know, he's been making completions, and they quite honestly, they should be, if that was a touchdown, they'd be up 14-13 right now. So I think Dan Quinn will let them know, hey, listen, we're right in this game. We make 2 turnovers, 2 mistakes. We should be leading this game, and they'll come out and, you know, try and reestablish everything in the second half.
It's a positive way to think about things. Jayden Daniels hasn't had a ball hit the ground yet so far in D.C. tonight. So glass half full approach for Dan Quinn and company. I think you're right, Dad. On the other side, for Caleb Williams in this offense, really led by the ground game early, 85 rushing yards through the first half for the Chicago Bears, trying to supplement all that passing attack. You mentioned the way that Caleb Williams has been able to spray the ball around right now. I'm seeing 6-7 receivers notching a catch so far in this game. Do you think at some point a true number 1 target's going to emerge? Is that Odunze, or is this still by committee?
No, I think it's Odunze. It just happens to not be tonight. I mean, and you're right. They've had 7 different receivers catch a ball. They've had 6 different players run the ball. I mean, it's been amazing how they've spread the ball out. It's been unbelievable. But I definitely think Rome Odunze is going to be is the number one guy. Yes.
Yeah, Ben Johnson spreading the wealth. You know one thing on his offense, if you stay engaged, you're going to get a chance to touch the football, which goes a long way with these guys. Caleb Williams, Dan, I thought towards the end of the half, trying to make something happen, still taking some of those unnecessary shots along the sideline. And I think that's the stuff he's really going to need to iron out when he takes the next step.
Like you said, they had to break him back down to stop doing some mistakes to build him back up, and it's going to take a while. I mean, the Bears fans, you say, have to be patient, like they haven't been patient enough.
They've been waiting a good long time for this to look anywhere near what it's looked like now, but I'm with you. Caleb Williams, you don't want to take away that stinger that's made him so great. Again, the halftime score here, 13-7 Bears over the Commanders. When we come back, we'll take a look at the other game in progress. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Are your paid search campaigns struggling to drive real growth? Viant reaches your audience where they really are, on streaming TV. Visit ViantCTV.com to learn more.
Cumulus Boost is the ultimate tool for effortless online reputation management. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple platforms. With Cumulus Boost, you can monitor reviews, respond promptly, and stay accurate across 65-plus leading listing sites, all from a single user-friendly dashboard. Simplify your life without sacrificing quality or control. Ready to boost your business? Visit cumulusboost.com today. That's CUMULUS Boost.com. The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
This is why we wanted to do this show, a chance to show people a little bit behind the curtain.
Never miss a game.
The first goal for the U.S. in almost 3 years.
Never miss a moment.
The U.S. men's national team gave me an ulcer, but survived somehow at Clinging for Soccer, and we've got a lot to talk about.
It has been so fun, minus the ulcers, obviously.
But I don't know how you can leave not being a bigger fan.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Are you tired of paying full price when you go out? Well, it's time to discover Sweet Deals. Whether you're looking for local restaurants or a round of golf, we've got it all at half price. Imagine saving big on everywhere you want to go. With new deals added every week, there's always something fresh to explore. So why wait? Join the thousands of savvy shoppers who are living the sweet life at half price. Visit sweetdeals.com today and start saving.
Turns, fakes the give, rolls right, throws. Davis out of the backfield to the 10, down the right side onto the 5, diving for the end zone, touchdown. And the Bills are right back in it as Ray Davis finds the end zone for the first time this year, 16 yards out, 21-13 Atlanta.
That the call from Kevin Kugler on Westwood One as we welcome you back in to Monday Night Football on Westwood One, along with my dad, Mike Golick Sr. I'm Mike Golick Jr. from the Progressive Insurance Studios. With insurance for cars, homes, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or go to progressive.com. And Dad, while the score of the Bears game is 13-7 in favor of Chicago, Buffalo making things interesting in the earlier game, 14-21 and a blocked field goal for the Bills on the Falcons, trying to put that up an additional score. All of a sudden making things interesting, Dad. What has Buffalo done to start this half that's now got them within shouting distance?
Well, I mean, it went on a good drive. 9 plays, 73 yards, took up 537, scored, and then Atlanta tries to answer. You always have to try to answer, and they get a field goal blocked. So that's obviously advantaged Buffalo, and they could make this a brand new game by tying it up. Being down 14 or more doesn't really bum Buffalo out. They know how to come back from it pretty well.
No, it certainly doesn't faze them, but I tell you what has so far this game, Dad, is the pressure. Josh Allen under pressure on 44% of his dropbacks so far. That young Falcons pass rush group, I know they spent 2 top picks, Jalen Walker out of Georgia and then James Pierce out of Tennessee. That group as a whole on defense. Jeff Ulbrich, who, one thing about him, saw Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills twice a year when he was coordinating that defense for the New York Jets, certainly has come prepared for the challenge tonight.
Yeah, 3 sacks. Atlanta has 5 quarterback hits. I mean, it's a blessing, obviously, to have that kind of rush, but you have to be careful with a guy like Josh Allen because if he escapes it, he's going to hurt you with his feet. There's no doubt about it. But Atlanta, they're happy, obviously, with their offense, and you see their offense. I mean, it is basically three people, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts. They're the only ones that have receptions, and obviously Bijan Robinson has a lion's share of runs either. So they needed to pick up that defense, and they've done it.
They absolutely have. Bijan Robinson on one side, James Cook getting involved on the other side. The running backs heavily featured tonight for both teams, as to your point. Buffalo came out and said, anything you can do, we can try and do as well, and got back on the board largely thanks to that group rushing up front. So again, that 21-14 Falcons still up over the Bills right now. The halftime score here, 13-7, Bears over Commanders. When we return, Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker are going to have the second half kickoff. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot. Mom, can I get a tarantula? No. Coffee? No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation. Can I use the free phone? Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more? Absolutely. Face tattoo? Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Welcome back to Washington. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Halftime score, Bears 13-7 over the Commanders. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Indeed. Ready to find the right candidates for your job posting? Indeed sponsored jobs help connect you with talent that actually matches what you're looking for. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Caleb Williams tonight, 10-17, 85 yards, has not thrown a touchdown, had a 1-yard touchdown run himself. Ross Tucker, the Bears are running the ball much better than they have earlier this season.
Well, and they're running the ball much better than the Commanders, which was shocking coming into tonight, given what we've seen from these teams. They have almost doubled them up. Commanders are at 46 yards. The Bears are at 85 yards. As a reminder for the folks that just tuned in, the Commanders lead the NFL. Over 156 yards per game and almost 6 yards per carry. And the Bears had the second worst run defense in the NFL. In fact, they're worst in allowing 6.1 yards per carry. So major improvement from the Bears there.
Dandre Swift, 7 carries and 54 yards. And DJ Moore has been the leading receiver, 3 catches for 42. Jayden Daniels is 10 of 11 through the air, 74 yards, a 22-yard touchdown pass, and he has thrown an interception. But since that interception, he's gone 7 of 7, 53 yards, and the aforementioned touchdown pass, and that was to Moore. Croskey Merrit, 8 carries for 30 yards. He's averaging 3.8. He leads the NFL in rushing per carry at 6.6. So he has been under wraps. Moore has 3 receptions for 46 yards. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 yards. And Ross, as we mentioned, he's playing with a bad heel tonight. He was questionable coming into the game.
He was. It's a good point. You know, perhaps that heel is bothering him. We haven't seen much from Samuel. Kudos to Chris Moore. He's kind of been a 10-year journeyman receiver who's really stepped up with those 46 yards on 3 catches, including the awesome 22-year-old touchdown.
That injured linebacker in the second quarter, Noah Sewell, is out for the rest of the game, concussion protocol. So Chicago will kick off to begin the second half. And they've got a new kicker. If you're just joining us, Cairo Santos pulled a thigh muscle a couple weeks ago in Vegas. It has lingered for the last 2 weeks. The Bears coming off a bye. Jake Moody is kicking off. He's had 2 field goals. And here's the boot. It'll be McCaffrey, far sideline 5. Outside the number 10. Cuts to the number 15, inside 30. Got a block, 35. Broke a tackle. Tumbles head first to the 40-yard line of Washington. A terrific 36-yard kickoff return for Luke McCaffrey. And yep, he's his brother out there running. Nice return for the Commanders from the 41st and 10.
I like the Luke chant every time McCaffrey gets the ball.
Or Lou, right? You could do a lot of different chants. So here come the Commanders, all black uniforms tonight, gold numbers, gold lettering, gold helmets, and breaking huddle and moving in this third quarter from our right to our left. They've got a 1st and 10. Jayden Daniels is in the gun. Croskey Merrit is to his left. Shotgun snap, drops back 3, line drive throw, caught by Ertz. Shallow cross, 45, goes to the hash mark near midfield, 49 of Washington. Picks up 9, quick hitter to the Washington 49 on 1st and 10 through the air.
12th year for the 34-year-old out of Stanford. Ertz is kind of like at the Jason Witten stage of his career where you're not really sure how he does it, but he just keeps getting open and catching passes.
2nd down 1, 49 of Washington in the pistol. Shotgun snap, spinning after the snap, handing Croskey Merrit. Left tackle, breaks the tackle 50. Inside the numbers 45 of Chicago and gets the 1st down and tackled at the 44 of the Bears. A gain of 7. That's the way he has been running early on in his rookie campaign.
He is just very naturally explosive. They had Billings. Big Andrew Billings, number 97, all 6'1", 340 pounds of him, was unblocked at the point of attack. And that was one heck of a jump cut from Bill Croskey Merrit there to pick up nice yardage.
Chicago 44. Shotgun snap, 1st and 10 to the Washington quarterback with a line drive throw to the near sideline, incomplete. And they were aiming for Chris Moore, who caught that earlier touchdown pass. It was a pass to the 45 of the Bears. It was right in front of the Commanders' bench below us. It's incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 for Washington.
Not a great throw there from Jayden Daniels. A little reminiscent of the throw he had in the first half that got picked off by Brisker. It was late, and it was to the inside. It was nice coverage by Nashawn Wright, who had every bit as good of a chance at that ball as Chris Moore did.
55-degree night here in the nation's capital. 44 Chicago. Washington 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. Heavy to rest. 5-man rush. And Daniels is running from the 45 to the 40. Far sideline, 35-30. Runs out of bounds. Oh, he sprints right into the Chicago bench. And on the play, he picks up for Chicago on the ground. 16 yards. A beauty. And he takes the ball down to the 29-yard line of the Bears.
It's so crazy, Kevin, because we have a unique vantage point here in the corner of the end zone, and you can see Bears defenders getting at Daniels, and then sometimes we can't really see what happens, but it just slips past them. It was Billings and Montez Sweat. Daniels is one slippery sucker.
29-yard line of Chicago. 1st and 10 Washington. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Croskey Merrit goes over the left guard, picks up 3, running on the hash, and down to the Chicago 25. Fisher Investments has a team of specialists in investing, financial planning, estate planning, and more. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. 2nd and 6. Washington down by 6. On the move, deep in Chicago territory. Ross Tucker 2nd and 6. 25 of the Bears. The quarterback is in the shotgun with 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Looks into the nickel. 2nd and 6 for Washington. 25 of Chicago. Shotgun snap. They bring 6. Oh, crumbling pocket. And the pass thrown away down the far sideline.
This could be intentional grounding here if they deem that Daniels was under duress. I think it was a miscommunication, but that doesn't matter if there's nobody in the vicinity.
They throw the flag. You called it, Ross. Intentional grounding. Then Dominique Robinson with a hand ready to pull the quarterback of the Commanders down. Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator the former New Orleans head coach, now Bears defensive coordinator, over there arguing his case. And he was successful in that argument. 3 minutes gone, third quarter. Washington will now be at the Chicago 35. Loss of down, 3rd and 16.
So you would expect, Kevin, 3rd and 16 is hard to overcome. We'll see if Daniels can find a way. He needs to be careful with the football. At a minimum, you want to make sure you reserve the right to kick a field goal here.
5 in the secondary, 3rd and 16 for Washington at the Chicago 35. Shotgun snap, dropping back 7, and a pass across the middle, dropped on a cross. A shallow cross by Jeremy McNichols. He was on the hash. The ball was there. He had space, but his gloved hands could not lasso the ball. It is not raining, so the ball's not wet. It's 4th and 16 on the incompletion. Will they try the 53-yard field goal? Let's see. Yep, they're gonna.
He was not going to get the first down anyway, but he would have been able to make it a much easier field goal.
Matt Gay will try a 53-yard field goal. He missed his last one from 50. Hit the upright. Good snap, ball put down, right-footed kick is end over end, long enough and accurate enough, right down the middle. 3 more on the board for Washington. It's a 3-point game in the third quarter. The Bears holding on to the lead. 53-yard field goal. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. In the third, Washington soars on a field goal. It's 13-10 Bears. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
For the most part, when people who are overweight lose weight, they feel a lot better. Their bodies start experiencing physiological changes. They can move around more easily. Not to mention, they're probably getting a lot of positive feedback from family and friends. But there's this interesting new study out of Canada, which found that people who cut too many calories from their diet might experience worsening depression, at least until they start to see and feel the results of their weight loss. Experts we talked to about this said, try to find better balance rather than taking things to the extreme. For example, are you actually eating healthy meals and eating slowly enough to be mindful about what you eat? That might help you come to realize that maybe you don't really need that second portion or that sweet treat after all. Of course, if you still have trouble, a registered dietitian might be able to help. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
I think that people choose the hill they want to die on very easily in this country.
I agree.
And I would rather sit down and talk to someone than just be right.
And I think we need more of that. That's the only way we're going to get through this. We're all in this mix together, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Are you tired of division? Let's talk for a change. Learn more at
all day. Here is the kickoff by Washington after the field goal taken by Duvernay at the 5. On the numbers, far side 10. On the numbers, 20. Broke a tackle, tripped up, flies by the 25. Flag thrown on the play. 2 of them as he was brought down at about the 27-yard line of Chicago on the kickoff return for the Bears. Clock at 11:54 in the third. Bears have won 2 straight.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 90. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Just a little past the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves coast to coast and around the world. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football. Monangai is the back. 1st and 10, Caleb Williams. He gets the snap, rolls out of the pocket, throws down the near sideline, incomplete for the tight end, Komet. The quarterback and tight end running parallel to the near side of the field, into the sideline, incomplete. 2nd down 10, ball at the 15 of the Bears. They lead by 3.
Man, those are big penalties on the kickoff return, isn't it? I mean, they were going to get the ball out at the 30-yard line instead of the 15-yard line. That is a huge difference.
Williams in the gun, 2nd and 10, Chicago 15, shotgun snap, 5-man rush, gets a little pass off to Monangai, and he is grabbed after a 2-yard gain, and he kept trying to look through traffic, and everywhere he looked, he saw a black Washington jersey down at the 16, gain of a yard, late flag thrown. It'll be 3rd and 9, but let's see what the flag is.
Illegal contact, defense, 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Oh, how about that? It was 3rd and 9, and the contact moves at a 5, and most importantly, a first down for the Bears.
So I'm so stunned by that because it was a screen pass.
Sainer still is the one who...
I mean, it was a screen pass. So, wow. I am floored by some of the calls that are made in the NFL these days, way away from the action.
Chicago 20, 1st and 10, under center. Williams got the snap, hands off, and Monangai, the rookie out of Rutgers, a 7th-round pick, runs over the left tackle, out to the 27, hit the numbers, picks up 7, 2nd down 3 for the Bears, 3rd quarter clock ticking at 11:15. Lining up again, white jerseys, navy pants, navy helmets, high formation in the backfield. 27 is Chicago. Their quarterback, Caleb Williams, under center, 2nd and 3. Gets the snap, 4-man rush, line drive throw near side. It's caught on the near side by Odunze. He's at the 40 on the near sideline, 45. He runs up to the 49-yard line of Chicago. He was tackled there by Sainer still. Nice grab, 20-yard catch and run, and a first down for the Bears.
And it was outstanding pass protection, which gave Williams the opportunity to wait for Odunze to clear. You know, it looks like the Commanders were not sure whether they were in man or zone coverage. And because of that, Odunze was wide open.
Monangai remains the running back. Under center will be Williams, his own Chicago 48. Moving left to right. On the painted logo on the grass, he gets the snap. He fakes the handoff, 7-man drop. There's a Tooney block and a pass down the middle. Caught on the fly. 30-yard line. Making a move left. Burton cuts right. On the sideline. 20, 15. Down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. Near the 15 of Washington. What a catch and run. A nifty move. A gain for Chicago. 37 through the air. 1st and 10 Bears deep in Washington territory.
And once again, it was an under center play action pass. This is a Ben Johnson special. This is where they get their explosive plays. When you run a play action pass, the D-line has to think run initially. Gives the quarterback all kinds of time.
Couple plays at 20 yards or more. 9.5, 3rd, 15 of Washington. Under center, the Chicago quarterback. He gets the snap. It's a handoff, and it goes off to the rookie running back again, Monangai, who runs over the right guard, and he's down to about the 11-yard line of Washington. He picks up 4, and the Bears are in the Lowe's red zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them, so they're helping you with deals on top brands like Scott's, Pit Boss, Cobalt, and Trex Decking. Lowe's, the official partner of the NFL. 2nd down 6. Now in the shotgun, Caleb Williams at the 11 of Washington. Got the snap, the fake hand off the line drive throw. It's tipped and incomplete. It was tipped on a dive at the 5 by Sainer still. Incomplete. What a defensive play by the quarterback for the Commanders. It's incomplete, and 3rd and 6 coming up.
That's another one where Williams is very fortunate that wasn't intercepted. He just threw it behind Colston Loveland, the tight end. Sainristil went right through his arm. Should have been intercepted for the second game in a row.
Bears will break huddle. Under 9 to go in the third. Leading by 3. Third down, 6 Chicago. They've got the ball at the 11 of Washington. 9 on the line. Shotgun snap. They rush 5. Arching spiral thrown in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Odunze! But a flag was thrown after an acrobatic catch as he turned completely around.
Illegal formation. Offense number 79 is down on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That was about as great a catch as you've seen in this early season. He did a 360, spun twice, almost had it, but the penalty will knock it away.
Odunze already has 5 touchdowns this year. It would have been his 6th. Theo Benedict making his first start at left tackle in the NFL, his second start ever. The second-year man from British Columbia up in Canada was not forward enough. That is a critical error for the Bears.
Swift is the back. Penalty pushes him back to the Washington 16. Chicago 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Williams looks. Backpedals. Cuts left. Now right. Hit. Spun. Sacked. Back at the 28. Sacked on the play by Dorrance Armstrong. 6th sack of the season. He's number 2 in the NFL in quarterback pressures. The veteran from Kansas. They lose 8. 4th and 19. The Washington defense holds him out of the end zone. The Bears will try for 3.
Well, and that was a coverage sack because the Bears offensive line protected for a good 3.5 seconds. Then eventually Armstrong was able to get there as Williams could not find anyone.
Jake Moody, a 41-yard try for Chicago. High snap, ball put down. Right-footed field goal is up and in. 41-yarder, 3 more on the board for Chicago. And Jake Moody, taking the place of the injured Cairo Santos tonight, called off the practice squad, is 3 for 3 from 47, 48, and that baby right there from 41. And with that 41-yard Chicago field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close and comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Third quarter clock at 8:05, and the Bears lead it 16-10 over Washington on the road tonight in the nation's capital. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet. No overdraft fees.
Best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Right now, let's check the drive. Your favorite song shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. 8-play, Chicago drive, 62 yards, a little less than 4 minutes. Moody with a 41-yard field goal. The Bears had 2 plays of 20 yards or more on that drive, the first 2 times they've had that tonight. Ethan Cooperson is keeping our statistics. He lives in Chicago, but he's very unbiased tonight. Notice that, Ross? Very.
He is, and listen, you know, there were 2 huge penalties on that drive. The Commanders would have gotten the ball in great field position if they hadn't called the illegal contact on Sanderstill, and then that penalty on Benedict, that was a little bit ticky-tack. For me, I'd be upset if I were a Bears fan.
Chicago kicks off. Moody sends it end over end. Taken by McCaffrey at the 5. Inside the numbers at 10. The 20. Breaks the tackle 30. Cuts across the field to the near side 35-40. Running to the near sideline and runs out of bounds. Right into his Commanders bench and flags on the field. And Matt Baby is coming back and wiping out a 38-yard return. Seen that a couple times tonight now for both teams.
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block. Receiving team number 58. This is a 15-yard penalty. First down.
So that'll send it back. Washington coming into tonight, 3-2. Half game in back of 4-2 Philadelphia. And Minnesota has got the 1-game lead on Chicago. Bears at 2-2, Minnesota 3-2, and on top Green Bay at 3-1-1. We were in Lambeau yesterday and watching Joe Flacco at 40 years of age come back with a new team, 6 different team. Had a great second half and made it respectable at the end. That penalty cost the Commanders 27 yards. 16 of Washington. Shotgun for the quarterback, Daniels. He hands off to Croskey. Merrit runs over the left tackle, breaking tackles. He's past the 15. He's past the 20. Outside the hash mark to the 24-yard line of Washington. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 coming up.
Man, he runs like a young guy, doesn't he?
He does,
I mean, he's running through D tackles, and he runs right over Kevin Byard. What a find as a late-round pick.
Leads the NFL in yards per rush at 6.6. Shotgun formation right now. 2 tight ends. 23-yard line of Washington. In the gun, there's the snap. Handoff Croskey Merrit. Takes it over the guard. He's out to the 26. He picks up 2 on the play. They move the chains. First down, Washington. His name was Bill, and his nickname was Jacory. Now he likes the name Bill, so his nickname is Bill, and his real... it's confusing.
He likes Bill, that's all we know.
Yeah, we know that.
Wants to go by Bill.
From this 26-yard line of Washington, shotgun snap to Daniels with the fake handoff, sets up, wants to go long, no one there, now decides to run. Runs to the far side 30, broke a tackle 35, far sideline 40, and down the far sideline in front of that Chicago bench. Knocked out of bounds. He picks up 18. His running is sensational. He became the first quarterback to pass for over 4,000 yards and rush for over 1,000 yards in the first 20 games of his career. Only quarterback that has done it in that span of time, 20 games.
It's just an unbelievable advantage to call a play-action pass like that. He doesn't see anybody open, so he can just tuck it away and get big yardage.
Washington 45, shotgun snap, 1st and 10. Here's a jet sweep handoff, and it goes to Deebo Samuel, and he goes no place as T.J. Edwards makes the stop. And Ross, they lose a yard. They're back to their own Washington 44.
So well played by the DN there to that side for the Bears, Shamar Turner. As soon as he saw Deebo Samuel go in motion like that, he was alerted, hey, here comes the sweep your way. He did not let them down block on him. That is well done.
Second down, 11, Washington 45. Jayden Daniels in the gun, 3 wide right, looks into the nickel. Shotgun snap, 5-man, 6-man rush, line right throw, caught 50 Samuel. On the logo, spun down into Chicago territory, right between the hash marks to the 47 of the Bears. Picks up 9. Ross then makes it 3rd and 2 for Washington.
Nice tackle by Nick McLeod. We've seen Deebo Samuel over the years break those tackles over and over again. It was pure man-to-man coverage. If he didn't get him down, Deebo Samuel could have gone a long way.
Washington trails by 6. Third quarter clock ticking at 4:45. 47-yard line of the Bears on the logo. 3rd down and 2 for Washington. Moving right to left in the gun. Jayden Daniels, arms extended. Looks at about 9 guys on the line. They rush 4. There's the block. There's the snap. And the throw to the near sideline incomplete. And they were looking for Chris Moore on the near sideline. Now it's 4th and 2. So the decision is, you keep the offense out there, you want to punt.
Well, they're going to go for it. Dan Quinn was super aggressive a year ago on 4th down, and it panned out for them. The Commanders had arguably the best season going for it on 4th down in NFL history. Here they go again. The Bears are discombobulated right now.
With personnel running on and off the field, 4th and 2, 47 of Chicago. Shotgun snap to Jayden Daniels, sets up 5-man rush, line right thrown, near side caught. On the sideline, it's grabbed at the 40 down. McNichols to the 35 of Chicago and tackled at the Chicago 34 on the near sideline. Gain of 14. Good throw. Got it belt high as he was facing his quarterback. 1st down, Washington.
Well, they got what they wanted there because McNichols coming out of the backfield was being covered by Dominique Robinson. Now, he's an athletic defensive end, but he's still a defensive end, and he had to run through the traffic. McNichols was wide open.
Daniels had a run of 18 himself. Catch and run right there. McNichols a 14 from the 34 of the Bears. Washington 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Croskey Merrit over the right tackle, running toward the far sideline. Gets down to the 33 of Chicago and picks up a yard. And 2nd down and 9, 3.5. Third quarter clock is ticking. Don't miss all the NFL excitement this Sunday on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Drive right now, almost 5 minutes, Ross, and 8 plays. 9th play coming up.
Feels like the whole game's been drives like this.
Yes.
You know, slow, methodical, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays.
2nd down 9, Washington to the 33 of the Bears. Shotgun snap, fake handoff, 5-man rush, line right down there, sideline caught, spinning catch 10, 5, touchdown, McCaffrey, all alone down the near sideline, 33-yard touchdown pass, and Washington has tied the game with the extra point coming up.
They got him with the old pump and go. They pumped like it was a wide receiver screen to the outside to Deebo Samuel. The Bears safeties, everybody jumped the underneath route, thinking McCaffrey was just going to block for Deebo. Instead, he took off. Nobody within 20 yards of him when he caught the ball.
Extra point for the lead. Ball put down. Kick is up. Kick is good. Matt Gay, a flag. It looks like it's against Chicago. And if it is, and it is.
Offside. Defense number 24. That penalty is declined. The try is good.
The Commanders have their first lead tonight. They trailed 13-0. Now they lead it 17-16 in their first lead at home in this one against the Bears. A big catch there by Luke McCaffrey. 33-yard touchdown play. The NFL is making life-saving catches off the field as well. through their Crucial Catch initiative focused on early detection. Learn more at NFL.com/Crucial Catch. Third quarter clock, 2:56. Washington has come back to take a 1-point lead on Chicago, 17-16. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000, or in Mississippi.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same day or next day delivery, or order online and pick it up in store. Kills primers, pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's instant thick lather gives you a close, comfortable shave at a trusted value.
Barbasol. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
One time tonight, Chicago led 13-0. Now they trail by 1. Here's the kickoff on a bounce at the 10, taken by Duvernay of the Bears to the 20 inside the numbers. Did he lose the ball as he was tackled at the 23? There's a scrum. There's a pile. No indication yet from the officials. But the ball was loose. They untangled the bodies, pulling one off at a time. Still trying to look in there. Washington thinks they've got it. What do the officials say? No call. Chicago's ball. Chicago holds on. Chicago dodges a bullet. With Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan, we're in the Grainger broadcast booth in Washington. Game changers count on Grainger for professional-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by to get what you need. It is 17-16 Washington. Bears have it at their own 23. Ross, 1st and 10.
Been a great game.
Sure has.
Been a heck of a game, back and forth. Let's see your serve, Caleb Williams.
Williams in the gun. Manungai, the receiver. In motion, DJ Moore. Here is the snap to the quarterback and a handoff to Moore, who is circling and back. Gets out to the 27. Runs over the center for 4. Out to the Chicago 27. It is 2nd down and 6 for the Bears. Washington had turnovers on each of the first 2 drives. And Chicago scored 10 points off those turnovers. Chicago has not been able to get in the end zone as they'd like. They've had to settle for 3 field goals, and they trail now by 1. Dandre Swift is the running back. Chicago 27, Williams under center, against the snap, spins, hands off Williams over the right tackle, 30, 35, breaks the tackle, 40, and tackled finally at the 41. Boy, he was like a rocket. He goes for 14 yards and a Chicago first down to the Bears 41.
The Bears' rushing attack has really been impressive tonight. You know, that time it was behind the right guard, Jonah Jackson. and the center, Dolman. They were able to win that A-gap, that play side A-gap between the center and the right guard. Dolman is super quick.
From the 41 of Chicago, first down and 10. And the fake by Williams as he spins. He gets a little pass to Manungai, who gets a block on the screen at the 50. On the numbers, the 40, downfield the 35, and works his way to the 34-yard line of Washington. A catch and run by the rookie running back of the Bears of 25 and a first down. This is how Chicago answers that long Washington drive moments ago.
Another super nifty play there. Multiple fakes in the backfield by Williams to Manungai, around the way to Zacchaeus, then the screen pass, had a tight end and Dolman both getting blocks downfield. So impressed with this Bears offense tonight. They got to convert, though. They can't settle for another field goal.
Under a minute to go, clock ticking in the third. From the Washington 34, Chicago quarterback Williams under center, pulls away, four-man rush, wants to throw, now runs. And throws a pass down the far sideline, incomplete as he was being pressured. Incomplete at the 20, far sideline on the leap. Second down 10 with 42 seconds to play in the third, and Washington leading 17-16.
DJ Moore left the field for a play. He's coming back on. Looks a little bit gimpy, but he waved Luther Burden off and wanted to come back on the field for this play.
He was aiming for Zacchaeus. Second down 10, 34 of Washington. Bears moving left to right. Caleb Williams is in the gun. Play clock at 2. Shotgun snap. And a quick sidearm throw caught on the near side by Burden. Runs on the numbers the 30. Near side down to the 25-yard line of Washington. A catch and run of 9 for Luther Burden, who is a rookie out of Missouri and a second-round pick. Bobby Wagner makes the tackle. And coming up now, 3rd and 1 for the Bears, who trail by 1.
Couple times already in this game, 3rd and short, we've seen Caleb Williams, his legs be a factor, as this is when they'll utilize him to get that extra blocker in the formation.
Rashawn Johnson is the back. Williams in the gun. 25 of Washington. 3rd and 1 Chicago. Oh, the shotgun snap went through his hands. He caught it. He had to bobble it, reel it in. And while he was getting it back, he was sacked. He wasted too much time looking for that ball that was kind of off his fingertips. He finally reeled it in, but then he turned and a guy in a black jersey, Bobby Wagner, came in and drilled him and brings him down. And 0's on the clock. Final play right there of the third quarter. They lose 5. They'll probably try for a field goal. 48 yards when we come back. Third quarter is over. Fourth quarter is ahead. Washington has come back from a 13-0 deficit to take a 17-16 lead over the Bears. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
It's time for the start of the fourth quarter, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. A good one here in the nation's capital. Washington leads by 1 after trailing 13-0. The Bears have got a 4th down. Field goal unit Ross Tucker is out there. And with a field goal by their reserve field goal kicker Jake Moody, and for the injured Cairo Santos, they could take another lead as we start this 4th quarter.
That's back-to-back drives where the Bears were moving the ball really at will and then had a critical error that slowed them down.
Moody will try a 48-yard field goal. Wind is 10 miles an hour. It is at his back. Rain has stopped. 48-yard field goal to take the lead. There's the snap. Open. Blocked! The kick is blocked! And it looked to be Sainristil who came through. The field goal is blocked, and Washington keeps the lead of 1. Was it Payne? Hard to see who got a hand on it.
I can't believe how many blocked field goals we've seen this year already. And it was up the middle. It was Payne, Deron Payne. Sainristil came from the outside, but the guy that got it was Deron Payne, the longest tenured commander. That was a low kick by Moody. I think it hit him in the elbow.
It did hit him in the elbow. So now Washington takes over with momentum. And they've got it 1st down and 10. At their own 37. In all black tonight. Moving left to right. Shotgun snap. Hand off. Croskey Merrit. Runs over the left guard outside the hash to the 40-yard line of Washington. Gain of 3. 2nd down. 7 to go. We're early in the 4th.
Kevin, I don't have the stat in front of me. That has to be a record for block kicks in the first 6 games. It's unbelievable how many blocked kicks we've seen. There have been 19. How did we come up with that fast, Ethan? How did he know that? He doesn't have a microphone.
He went to Harvard.
Did you go to Harvard?
Yeah, he did.
Does it bother you couldn't get into Princeton?
2nd down 7. Washington at the 40. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Line drive up the middle. Caught by Ertz on the move. 45-50 across the logo. Tackled on the hash at the 47 of Chicago. It was a pass up the middle of line drive. He threw a laser. And Ertz caught it in stride. Picks up 12. 1st and 10 Washington. Here they go, lining up on the 48 of the Bears on a shotgun snap and a throw outside to the near sideline. Deebo Samuel, belt high grab, quickly pounced on at the 44-yard line of the Bears in front of the sideline of the Commanders below us. He picks up 4, 2nd down and 6.
The guy that made the tackle there was Tyreek Stevenson. First time we've mentioned his name tonight. That's a name that will live on in infamy for Bears fans because of how he conducted himself in the seconds before the Hail Mary last year. Remember, he was talking to the crowd as the ball was snapped.
2nd and 6, 44 of the Bears. Washington quarterback Jayden Daniels in the gun. The snap is there. The fake handoff. Line drive down the middle. Caught again. Luke McCaffrey at the 30. Quickly hit between the hash marks. Flag thrown. Got down to the Chicago 30 on the catch. Quick hitter. 3 flags thrown. 15-yard gain. Let's see who it's on. As they discuss it on the field, 2 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. And Washington leading by 1.
There are 2 fouls, one against each team. Offside, defense number 6 lined up in the neutral zone. Ineligible player downfield, offense number 71. Those fouls will offset. They'll play 2nd down.
2nd down and 6. Jayden Daniels tonight. 16 of 21, 153, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Winding up again. On the logo, 44-yard line of the Bears. 2nd down and 6. The Washington quarterback in the gun. 5 wide. Gets the snap. 5-man rush. Line drive throw. Down the near side. Over the shoulder catch. 15, 10. Sideline. 6-yard line. Grabbed by Jalen Lane. Caught it in stride over the shoulder. Down the near sideline. Racing for 37. Flag thrown again. Flag thrown back at the 30. It's on the Bears.
Defense number 9. After the team decline, go to the play. Touchdown.
Jalen Lane is a rookie out of Virginia Tech and comes up with a huge play, working on Tyreek Stevenson.
We just talked about him. Bump and run from Stevenson. Gets a hand on him, but it's a stop and go. Oh, we got him. He got him, Kev, with that stop and go. Lane can fly. I mean, between Croskey, Merrit, and Lane, the Commanders have some young skill guys, rookies with some legit juice.
They got it first and goal at the 7. Shotgun snap goes to Jayden Daniels. Handoff by Croskey. Merrit runs over the right tackle. Got a yard down to the Chicago 6. Evaded the first hit, then whacked by the second. And now second down and goal. 3 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Washington has come back from a 13-0 deficit to take a 1-point lead. Second down and goal. First time they've been in the red zone tonight.
Think about the last two big plays from the Commanders, too, in the passing game. Both were double moves. Both times they got the Bears DBs to bite.
From the Chicago 6, Washington second down and goal. Jayden Daniels in the gun. 3 wide left. Shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Line drive throw. Back to the end zone. Caught. Leap. Touchdown. Ertz. A 2-handed grab. Underneath the crossbar. 6-yard touchdown pass by the quarterback for the Redskins, Jayden Daniels. They have built their lead early in the fourth. 23-16 over the Bears.
Nothing fancy about it, Kevin. He just ran a little bit of a skinny post there. He's run this route a number of times tonight, and it doesn't feel like the Bears have made an adjustment. I'm not sure. It looks like Brisker, the safety, was responsible. He had 2 penalties on that drive and gave up the touchdown.
The extra point is away by Gay and good. 10-point swing. Blocked field goal leading to a touchdown. 11:27 to play in the fourth. Down 13-0. Washington now leads it 24-16 with the light mist falling here in the nation's capital. This is Westwood One's coverage of the NFL.
Jim Rome takes on sports. Why? Because you're not playing me. With rapid fire takes. Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him. Scorching debates. All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs. He's the Spitfire of sports smack. Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game. The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Want live sports wherever you go?
And it goes in at the buzzer.
Get the Westwood One Sports app. Your front row seat to every big game right in your pocket. Download now. It's the one for live sports audio.
Are you tired of paying full price when you go out? Well, it's time to discover Sweet Deals. Whether you're looking for local restaurants or a round of golf, we've got it all at half price. Imagine saving big on everywhere you want to go. With new deals added every week, there's always something fresh to explore. So why wait? Join the thousands of savvy shoppers who are living the sweet life at half price. Visit sweetdeals.com today and start saving.
I'm Paula Pan. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible. Because let's face it, money's too important to wing it.
What you'll hear is a couple money geeks sitting and talking about this stuff that we're so passionate about.
You name it. Anything that's on your mind. Retirement, debt, student loans, saving for college.
It's a personal finance journey. It is a wide-ranging squirrel conversation about the topic of personal finance and good financial planning. Super fun.
Afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives.
I really appreciated this conversation. It did open my eyes a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like we're all just human beings past the labels, you know?
I think there's grace that needs to be provided across the political spectrum.
Conversations like this is a good step forward.
Yeah, but more of them.
Well, yeah, more of them need to happen, for sure.
Yeah.
Tired of division? Let's talk for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
We're in the Grainger broadcast booth here in Washington. Draw up a winning play with Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Commanders on top now, 24-16. But the Bears have to be thinking, Ross, it is still a one-score game in the kickoff after the touchdown pass by Daniels of Washington to Ertz. Taken at the 5 for the Bears. Duvernay to the 20, on the numbers 25-30, pushing a pile, and he's out near the 34 of Chicago. Flag thrown on the play, missed in the air, raining for the first time tonight during the game. It rained a lot before the game here in the Washington, D.C. area.
Illegal formation, kicking team number 80. That 5-yard penalty will be added on to the end of the return. First down.
Clock at 11:20 here in the fourth, and the Bears will have it first and 10, down 24-16, 8-point Washington lead.
You know, it's interesting, Kevin, you mentioned it is still a one-score game. There are some people, there's a school of thought that potentially the Commanders should have gone for 2 there to try to make it a 9-point game, to try to make it a 2-score game. Different people have different opinions on that.
39-yard line of the Bears, shotgun snap, and it goes to the quarterback, Caleb Williams, who hands off to Swift, who runs over the left guard and carries a couple of Commanders on his back out to the Chicago 45 and picks up 6 when he probably should have had half that. Second down and 4. Out to the 45 of the Bears. And now the mist is picking up, and it's almost a rain, falling harder, and under 11 to go in the game. Under center, Caleb Williams, 45 of the Bears. The snap, the spin, the fake handoff, chased by Torrance, sets up in the pocket, winds up, long spiral down the middle, at the 5, broken up, incomplete. Going for, it looked like, Odunze, and he was double-teamed at the 5, and they all 3 leapt at one time, and looking up into the rain, they couldn't get it. 3rd and 4 on the incomplete Chicago pass.
That's the second time in this game that I think Caleb Williams realized it was double coverage, and he still threw it up for his guy Odunze because he has that much belief in his ability to make a play with body control, but Quan Martin was all over it. Huge 3rd down here. Alert for Williams' legs. He hasn't used him in a while.
45-yard line of the Bears. 3rd down, 4. Shotgun snap. 5-man rush. Line drive pass. Near side caught. Swift at the 50. Near sideline. 45-40. Broke a tackle. 30. Chase to the 20. He's at the 10. The 5. Touchdown! Chicago! 55-yard catch and run by Dandre Swift. Down the sideline, veering to the middle of the field, outracing the Commanders in pursuit. 2-point game, 55-yard touchdown, catch and run. And the Bears will go for 2 to tie.
They ran Swift out of the backfield. Quan Martin, the safety, got bumped off by Sandristil and then made a horrific attempt at a tackle, and Swift did the rest.
Going for 2 in the tie as the rain is falling from the 2. Caleb Williams in the gun. Tight end Komet in motion. Shotgun snap. 4-man rush. He's flushed. He backpedals. He's chased. Breaks a tackle. Throws a pass in the end zone. Broken up. Incomplete. Looking for Zacchaeus. Broken up by Sainstrill. Sainristil was there. Incomplete. Washington holding on to a 2-point lead with 10:26 to go. 24-22. The Commanders over the Bears early in the 4th. But Chicago with a big 55-yard touchdown catch and run by running back Dandre Swift. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Ever notice that when your shop needs a part, Napa is there? It's no accident. Napa spent 100 years building a nationwide network of parts and know-how for one reason: to keep businesses moving. Whether you've got a fleet of 500 trucks or a single bay garage, they've got you covered with the parts and expert service you need when and where you need it. Because at Napa, they're the pros that know how to keep you running at full speed. Stock up on the parts that keep your business moving today at Napa.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Back in Washington all season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on westwoodonesports.com or by downloading the free Westwood One Sports app today. Rain continues to fall. It has started here in the fourth. Bears will kick off. They could not convert the two-point conversion after the 55-yard touchdown pass, a catch and run by Swift, and it was beautiful to watch. Now the Commanders will get the kickoff from Chicago. Daniels has thrown 3 touchdown passes. Caleb Williams has thrown 1. A matchup of the first 2 players selected in the 2024 draft. They will be connected, Ross Tucker, for the rest of their days in the NFL.
There is no question. And this game has extra special meaning for Caleb Williams, not just going against Jayden Daniels, but he grew up here.
Yep, went to Gonzaga High School.
Yeah, Gonzaga College Prep, 10 miles from here. My nephew, Tucker Lamana, is actually a 10th grader right now, a sophomore there. He's actually here at the game. I think he's cheering for the Commanders because he lives around here, but who knows? Maybe he's cheering for his Gonzaga
brethren. McCaffrey gets the kickoff for Washington at the 5, the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30. He's by the 35 and out inside the numbers, running up the middle of the field on a 36-yard kickoff return. He is near the 40-yard line of Washington. Let's mark him at the 39 of the Commanders, where they'll have it 1st and 10, leading by 2. We're early in the fourth. They're going to put him at the 40 now. They have replaced the ball from the 39 to the 40. And with the rain falling, it is more of a mist than anything else, but it is coming down. And you can see the droplets of rain rolling down the black helmets of these Commander players in all black tonight, moving left to right in the shotgun. The quarterback, Jayden Daniels, he gets the snap, he fakes the handoff, he drops back. It's a 4-man rush. He now runs, he points, he runs to the near sideline, the 40. He's hit, he spins, he backpedals, and he gets a gain of 3 on the near sideline in front of his own bench to the Washington 43. 2nd down 7, clock just passing, 10 to play in the fourth.
Bears actually did a nice job there of corralling Daniels when he broke free. But again, I can't reiterate enough how valuable it is to have a quarterback that drops back. Nobody's open, Kev. It should be a negative play or at least a non-eventful play, and he still picks up 3 positive yards.
2nd down 7, 43 of the Commanders. In the shotgun, there's the snap, 5-man rush. Daniels backpedals, he's hit, he breaks away. Runs to the 35, near sideline 40, chase to the 45, and out of bounds he goes. Running for his life, he picks up 2 right there. The pass rush of the Bears, packing a lot of punch here late in the game. 3rd and 5. Clock is ticking at 9:15 in regulation.
What an effort, not only by the Bears up front, but Dominique Robinson, who can really run, former high school quarterback, to chase Daniels out of bounds, brings up 3rd and medium.
3rd down and 5. 45-yard line of Washington. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Shotgun snap, 5-man rush. Daniels is hit as he throws. A line drive, incomplete, low pass, and a flag thrown. Ertz was there, hit low. Daniels on the play.
They hit him low.
They did. The Bears got it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 9, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And Jaquan Brisker in the secondary, who had an interception early in this game for Chicago, will pick up the penalty.
Boy, Brisker is just killing the Bears right now. You know, they had a nice stunt, and he went low. You know, he tried to claim that he was blocked into him.
He wasn't.
Tunsil didn't push him into him. Tunsil didn't get a good block on him. That's the 3rd personal foul on the Bears defense tonight.
And keeps this drive alive for the Commanders. Clock at 8:48. You can see the rain clearly with the lights around the rim of this stadium. Falling hard now, 40 is Chicago, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, handoff Merrit, who takes the ball and picks up nothing on the play. He was drilled at the line. Croskey Merrit goes down, running over the center. Log on to WestwoodSports.com every day during the NFL season for a brand new episode of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Listen at your convenience at WestwoodOneSports.com/Ross Tucker. 2nd down 10, inside the 40 of the Bears. Shotgun formation for Daniels. Deebo Samuel in motion. Fake handoff and a quick throw to the near side, incomplete to Ertz. Short pass to the near sideline in front of the Commanders bench. 3rd and 10 on the incompletion. Washington leads it 24-22, and we've got 8:10 to play in the 4th.
I'm confused on that one because Zach Ertz and Jalen Lane were right next to each other. Actually, it looks like, now that I see it again, Daniels was trying to throw it to Lane, and Sweat got a hand on it, tipped it near Ertz.
Chicago 39, Washington 3rd and 10. 5 wide, shotgun snap, Daniels, 5-man rush, here they come, running backwards, just throwing a wobbly pass down the near sideline, and throwing it away and incomplete, and Sweat was all over the quarterback of the Commanders. 4th and 10, Chicago holds them, rain continues to fall, incomplete pass, 8:04 in the 4th, now it's 4th and 10, do you try a 57-yard field goal in the rain, or do you try to kick and punt and put him back? It looks like the punter, Tress Way, is out there for the first time tonight for the Commanders.
Well, Matt Gay has not been great this year from distance, so this makes sense.
Washington will punt from left to right. Duvernay is back inside the 10. Here's the left-footed punt by the Washington punter. It is high, looking into the rain, waving his arms, signaling for, and allotted a fair catch at the Chicago 9. Hang time of 5.07. Well-placed 30-yard punt. And because he had the hang time, he had all those guys surrounding the return man for the Bears. 7:57 to play in the 4th. Washington, trailing 13-0, has come back to take a 24-22 lead over the Bears. And you're listening to Monday Night Football nationwide on Westwood One.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Busy day? Big game? Where to watch? With NFL Plus Premium, keep the NFL in reach with live local and primetime games on mobile. NFL Red Zone to catch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season. 24/7 NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games during the 2025 season. Fully condensed game replays to relive your favorite NFL moments and more. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Fourth quarter, Bears have just gotten a Washington punt. Rain continues to fall. Commanders holding on to a 2-point lead. These two young quarterbacks going head-to-head and point for point tonight. The Bears will take over. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 9 in the rain and down by 2. Ross Tucker, what a setup.
It's been fantastic. 9 scoring drives, 2 punts, 1 for each team, and the play we're going to be talking about tomorrow, Kev, still hasn't even happened yet.
9 of Chicago, under center Williams, gets the snap, gentle toss, near side, caught at the 10, Komet, breaks the tackle at 15, up the near sideline to the 20, has a first down. He carried a defender with him as he went for 11 on the catch and run, and it's a first down for the Bears as they try to get some breathing space, and 9 of that, a flag, and that's on Washington that they just declined. It was offsides on the Commanders.
Two lined up in the neutral zone. It's coming through half the distance to the goal. Still first down.
Now they changed it. Didn't he just say one way? Now,
he did.
Well, Rain is
they just
confusing a lot
changed
of
their
people.
mind. And it's interesting because Caleb Williams swapped out helmets.
He did.
Not exactly sure what happened. He has a backup green dot helmet. That's critically important because he has the coach-to-player communications in his helmet to get the play call from Ben Johnson.
Bears have been penalized 9 times tonight, and they've had a field goal blocked. Monongai the back, 1st and 14, spot foul, 5-yard line of Chicago. Williams under center. The snap, the spin, handoff. Oh, and the running back is stoned. No place to go there for the rookie running back, Monongai. Hit hard, driven back, and who else? The terrific Bobby Wagner makes the hit, drives him back. And a loss of 2 at 2nd and 16, back at the 3 of the Bears. And the clock at 7:10 and ticking in the 4th, and they're down by 2.
Bobby Wagner is high on the list that I feel like maybe my friends from back in Pennsylvania don't know much about, yet he's a Hall of Fame player and probably a first ballot guy. Just an unbelievable career he's having.
It's 2nd down, 16, Chicago 3 in the end zone. Shotgun snap goes to Williams. Sets, hits as he throws. Pass up the middle, dropped at the 10-yard line by Zacchaeus, and he had room to roam outside the hash. He was catching it on the run and dropped the ball. 3rd and 16 for the Bears. Perfect pass, bobbled, dropped, incomplete.
And Kevin, he might have gone all the way. Zacchaeus can really run. There was nobody else there. Oh. He was catching it as he ran, and he would have at least gotten 20 more yards and maybe taken it the distance.
Rain is falling, 3rd and 16. Bears down by 2. They're at their 3. Caleb Williams is in the shotgun, 2 yards deep in his end zone. There's the snap, 4-man rush, quick throw up the middle, caught at the 10 to the 15. There's Zacchaeus twirling up to the 17-yard line on the hash in Chicago territory. He picks up 14, but it's 4th and 2. 3 timeouts apiece. Here comes the Chicago punting unit. Clock is ticking down at 6.5, and Washington leads 24-22.
After almost 55 minutes with 1 punt, we now have back-to-back punts.
Lane is back. Here is the punt by Taylor. It is high end over end. Chicago punting and taken by the Commander return man at the 30. He goes on the hash mark 35-40, running on the hash and brought down right there. Hang time of 4.87, 53-yard punt, 9-yard return by Jalen Lane. And the Commanders will get the ball as we pause. 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Coast to coast and around the world, this is Westwood One, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football. .6:02 to go. Washington with the ball. They lead by 2. Chicago just punted. 1st and 10, 39 of Washington. Shotgun snap. It goes to Daniels. Hands off to Croskey. Merrit runs over the guard on the hash to the 42 of Washington. Picks up 3. Ross Tucker, 2nd and 7. Clock now at 5:50 and ticking in the 4th.
Well, the Bears have done a generally outstanding job stopping the run tonight, even though they came in allowing NFL worst 6.1 yards per carry. They've held Bill Croskey Merrit in check. This will be the time now where they really have to stiffen up.
2nd down, 6. Their own 42. The Washington quarterback in the gun. There's the snap. 5-man rush. Wants to throw. Hit once. Hit twice. Down he goes. Sacked on the play. He was belted with no place to run, no place to hide. The ball with the sack back at the 35-yard line of the Commanders, losing 7. It's 3rd and 14 for Washington, and the clock is at 5:03, and now 5 minutes, and they lead by 2.
That is one where you'd really like to see Daniels get rid of the ball. Ertz was open in the middle of the field. The Bears ran a stunt up front, and Robinson was able to get there for the sack.
3rd down, 13. With the ball at the 36 of Washington. Shotgun snap to the Commanders quarterback, who throws a pass up the middle. It's caught right there by Rodriguez. Dances by the 40, the 45, the 50. On the hash, he got the first down. Catch and run by the running back on a short pass. He picked up 15 on 3rd and 14. That is a gigantic play for Washington, leading by 2. They've got it on the logo, 1st and 10 and a 2-point lead.
And it's just a check down. I mean, McNichols was chipping to help the right tackle on the way out. The Bears can't be that far back in their zone coverage that they allow 15 yards on 3rd and 14 to a running back check down. Love the finish of that run from McNichols.
From the 49 of Chicago, 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Shotgun snap. Handoff here, and McNichols goes over the guard and picks up a yard, and he is pulled up off the wet grass with the rain continuing to fall down to the 48-yard line of the Bears. Clock is at 3:40. 3 timeouts apiece. Washington leads 24-22. McNichols remains the 5th-year running back out of Boise State. Rain picking up in its intensity. It's 2nd down and 9, 48 of Chicago for Washington. Moving left to right. Daniels in the gun. He gets the snap. He fakes the handoff. He gets away from a defender. Runs from the 50. Inside the numbers to the 40. Close to the first down. The Washington quarterback on the run. Tackled at the Bears' 40-yard line. Picks up 8. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Washington. We've just passed the 3-minute mark. We're at 2:58 and the whistle blew, and a timeout taken. I think it was Chicago that took it. They're first.
That was the worst job the Bears have done tonight against the quarterback run, and it's because Daniels was able to fake Montez Sweat right out of his shoes.
Let's check the attendance and find out how many people are in the house. Sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Tonight, great crowd, very enthusiastic and soaking wet. 67,895, and most are Commander fans, and they have enjoyed this one tonight.
So have I.
Beautiful game.
Been fantastic. Certainly not over yet. This is a big play, 3rd and 1. You would expect the Bears here to be super aggressive with a blitz here, Kev, slanting and stunting the defensive line. They're going to try to hit some of these gaps to get penetration for a negative yardage run here from the Commanders. Really good time for the Commanders to try to get to the edge.
Croskey Merrit fumbled earlier. Does he get the ball here with the rain falling? Clock at 3:10. Third down, 1 for Washington. Big play for this defense of the Bears as they at one time held a 13-0 lead, and now Chicago trailing by 2 from the 40 of Chicago. Washington is in the pistol. Their quarterback 5 yards away from the center. Daniels in the gun. There's the snap, the hand. Oh, he fumbled the ball! He fumbled the ball! And Chicago has it! Chicago has it! The rookie running back is fumbled for Washington. His second tonight. Chicago has gotten the fumble.
You have got to be kidding me. I cannot believe that. It's a good snap. Daniels never really had it. It slipped through. It's a wet ball. It's wet out here and misting. Daniels never really had the ball in his hands, didn't secure it, tried to give it to Croskey Merrit. He never had it either, and a massive, massive break for the Bears.
Let's see what Chicago can do. They're down by 2. They've got 2 timeouts. They've got it at their own 44. Caleb Williams is under center for Chicago. They're moving right to left. He looks over the defense. He gets the snap, and he hands off on the play. And Swift tries to chop his way over the center. Between the hash, he got to the 45, maybe the 46 of the Bears. He picks up 2. The clock at 2:54. Remember, there was a replacement kicker for Chicago tonight. Jake Moody taking the place of the injured Cairo Santos. Washington by 2. They just fumbled the ball. Chicago has it second down and 8. Boy, if this comes down to a late field goal, the conditions might make it tough. 46 of the Bears. Williams under center. Tight end Loveland in motion. Handoff, Swift over the right side. Goes over the guard. He's out near the 49 of Chicago. He'll pick up 3. It'll be third down. And the Bears have got 5 to go, and the clock is ticking at 5:16 with Chicago trailing by 2 near midfield.
Bears do not have to call a play here, or run a play, I should say. We'll see if they do. At a minimum, they should try the hard count to get a free 5.
Third down 5, lining up at their own 49. Williams under center. We've hit the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning, and what a play it's going to be. 3rd and 5 coming up for Chicago, trailing by 2. It's 24-22, Washington leading the Bears. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air Cool Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers slip-ins technology. Just step in and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited.
With the Westwood One Sports app, you can stream every Westwood One broadcast live right from your phone for free. NFL, college football, and more. It's all in the Westwood One Sports app. Download it now for iOS and Android and take the game with you wherever you go. Here we are at the 2-minute warning. Kevin Harlan with Ross Tucker. 3rd down 5 for the Bears, who are trailing by 2. It is raining in Washington. 3rd down 5. They've got a replacement kicker taking the place of the injured Cairo Santos. Moody's career long is 57. The former 49er kicker tonight has had 1 blocked. He's made 3, but the Bears have a 3rd and 5. Ross Tucker at midfield.
They do, and because they only have 2 timeouts left, this has got to be 4-down territory. They're not going to punt it with only having those 2 timeouts. That would really surprise me. So they do have 2 downs to get these 5 yards, which makes it a little bit more likely that they would consider running the football here. It's been a while since Caleb Williams has scrambled and used those terrific legs of his like Daniels has done throughout the night.
49 is Chicago. Bears have it 3rd and 5 in the gun. 5-man front, shotgun snap, 4-man rush, line drive throw, caught, falling down, Loveland at the 45, outside the numbers, belt high grab, clutched it against his chest, hit the deck, picks up 7, 1st and 10 Chicago. The Bears are in Washington territory, and they've got it 1st and 10, and the clock is ticking at 1:42. They're down by 2. Lining up once again. Under center, Caleb Williams from the 45 of the Commanders. He gets the snap. He pitches out to Swift. Runs over the guard. He crosses the 45. He runs on the hash to the 40-yard line of Washington. It's a gain of 4 in the play. The clock is stopped at 1:26, and a timeout has been taken. It'll be 2nd down and 6, and the Commanders have called the timeout. A field goal from here in the rain with some wind. 59 yards for Jake Moody of Chicago, replacing the injured Santos.
This is not a situation, if you're Ben Johnson, the Bears head coach, where you can get conservative. You know, Moody got fired by the 49ers for a reason as a 3rd-round pick in his 2nd year. These conditions are not ideal. We saw the ball just slip out of Jayden Daniels' hands, and the last one he kicked got blocked by Deron Payne's elbow. You don't want to settle for anything over 50 yards. In fact, you'd like for it to be under 40 yards if you can.
2nd down and 6. Rain is falling, 1:27 to go. Bears have the ball after the Commanders fumbled near midfield. 2nd down and 6. At the 41-yard line of Washington, here is a handoff, and it goes to Swift over the right side, breaks a tackle, angling to the far sideline over the right tackle, and he gets down near the 31-yard line of Washington, angling to the far sideline, right in front of his bench. Big-time gain, picks up 9, gets the 1st down for the Bears. Clock is at 1:22. They're down by 2 after leading 13-0.
Boy, that is really poor from the Commanders there. You know that the Bears are going to run the football, and you let them get the edge like that. I'm not exactly sure what Frankie Louvu was doing there, but now the Bears are going to be able to milk this clock all the way down if they'd like to before their field goal attempt.
Washington 1 timeout, Chicago 2. 1:22 in the 4th. Rain is falling, and the Bears have it 1st down and 10 at the Commanders' 31. They break huddle. Caleb Williams will be under center. Swift by himself in the backfield, receivers in tight. The snap, the spin, the fake. Williams rolls to the near side. He wants to run, hits the deck at the 35, slides, and it's wet grass he is sliding on. He got back basically to the line of scrimmage. Coming to the near sideline right in front of the Washington bench. Another timeout taken. Washington will take it. 1:14 to go in regulation with Washington leading 24-22.
Well, that is a heads-up play by Caleb Williams there. I think that they thought they could get an easy completion for nice yardage, but the Commanders were very ready for it. If you're Williams, you did not want to run out of bounds. You didn't want to throw the ball away or have an incomplete pass. It's critical that you force the Commanders to call their last timeout.
Field goal from here would be about 50 yards. It's 2nd down and 11. Washington is out of timeouts. 1:14 to play in the 4th. The wind is not blowing the telltale flags. at the top of each of the uprights on the end where the Bears would be kicking. At the other end, it is moving, but not in the end to our left.
And if you do the math here, Kevin, the Bears can essentially take this all the way down and kick a field goal with 3 or 4 seconds left. The question is, how many more yards can they get? Because now everybody knows they're looking to run it here. You don't want to get pushed back. There are teams here in these situations that they lose a couple yards.
Jake Moody is warming up on the Chicago sideline, their kicker. 2nd down, 12, play clock at 5. Williams under center, the pitch out to Swift, runs laterally on the 40, the 35, over the right tackle, the 30, the 25, the 20, on the numbers, and down to the 17 of Washington. He has had a magnificent game tonight. That was a run of 15. Now the Bears let the clock wind down. Another first down to the 18 of the Commanders.
It's that same toss crack, and Darnell Wright got 2. He got a heck of a block on the edge defender, then he got out and got a block on Mikey Sandristil. What a job by the Bears' former first-round pick.
Big night for Swift, 108 yards on the ground, 18 of Washington, and a timeout taken by the Bears. They've got one left with 31 seconds to play in regulation. They trail by 2, and they've got the ball at the 18-yard line of Washington. After leading 13-0, the Bears gave it up and finally fell behind. Now they trail 24-22 to the Washington Commanders. The ball will be at the 18. With the rain falling, the Bears are huddling up. What would you do here?
Well, if you're the Bears, I think you really just want to center the ball. I mean, I think Caleb Williams probably just takes a knee, centers the ball, and they let the clock go down to 3 or 4 seconds.
He's under center. From the 18, that's exactly what he does. He backpedaled a step. He went to his left, and he hit the deck, and down he goes, and they're going to set up Moody. The clock is ticking at 20. Washington is out of timeouts. The clock is at 17 and ticking. As the rain falls, Moody continues his warm-ups on that Chicago sideline. Likely a 38-yard field goal. But it's the footing on wet grass, the rain, and some wind to deal with. 3 seconds remain. The timeout taken by Chicago. And here comes the field goal unit.
Of course, Moody was on practice squad 5 hours ago and gets promoted from practice squad to active roster.
And how about this? The Bears and Commanders again come down to the last play of the game. Moody tonight is hit from 47, 48, and 41. He had one block from 48. The long snap will come from Scott Daly. The punter, Torrey Taylor, will hold it. The operation needs to be clean. It's a 38-yard field goal try to win the game. Bears down by 2. Moody takes 2 strides back and 2 strides to the side, waiting for the snap. Rain is falling. Wind is blowing. The ball put down. The kick is up, knifing its way through the uprights, through the rain. And Chicago, redemption in Washington. The Bears have won it 25-24 on a 38-yard walk-off field goal by a kicker called off the practice squad today. The Bears in their last game beat the Raiders in Las Vegas 25-24. Tonight, they beat the Commanders 25-24.
That is unbelievable.
You cannot make this stuff up.
You really can't. And for the Commanders, it looked like they were in cruise control. 3rd and 1. deep in Chicago territory. Daniels mishandles the shotgun snap, can't put it in Croskey Merritt's belly. Next thing you know, the Bears have the ball. They keep running it with Dandre Swift and get out of here with one of the biggest wins for the Chicago Bears in quite some time.
And now the Bears will go to 3-2 and are tied with the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. And no team in the North is under 500. All 4 teams are over 500. The only division that can say it. And the Bears are right there. And Caleb Williams tonight got great help from Swift, and a kicker who is discarded by San Francisco comes up with a gigantic play. But the play of DeAndre Swift tonight, he'll remember this, I think, for the rest of his days. DeAndre is joining us live on the field as the rain falls. You had 175 total yards. You were phenomenal. Congratulations. Walk us through that last drive to get the game-winning field goal.
Just determination. We shot ourselves in the foot all game, giving up possessions. But with a team win, man, way to come through at the end.
DeAndre, you have been on some good teams. What can a win like this, especially piggybacking the win over the Raiders, what can a win like this, Monday Night Football, the way in which you did it against a good team, do for this team moving forward?
That's everything, especially coming off the bye, man. Hats off to them, a phenomenal team over there. We knew we had our work cut out for us when we got off the bus, but like I said, that's a great team win, all 3 phases.
You also had the big play on the catch and run, where just a little bit of hesitation on the sideline, you were able to slip Quan Martin. What was working for you on that big touchdown, which got the Bears back in it?
Caleb did a good job of getting me the ball. I had a little bit of space, and I made it work.
DeAndre, a fantastic win for your team. You come off the bye, you're 3-2, and you're right in it, and congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
All right, DeAndre Swift, who had a gigantic game tonight, was absolutely huge. The former Georgia Bulldog, Philadelphia Eagle, Detroit Lion, a first career game with 100 yards rushing and 60 receiving yards. DeAndre Swift with a wonderful performance, all a part of Chicago's come-from-behind win after the Bears led 13-0 and then were overcome by Washington to trail 24-16. They get back in it, and they win it 25-24 on a game-winning 38-yard field goal by Jake Moody. Bears win it by 1. Back with more of the post-game show in a moment, and you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Peter. He loves his motorcycle. What he doesn't love is wind. Which is ironic, because wind is a big part of the whole wind-in-your-face motorcycle cliche. But nobody ever tells you how relentless a strong crosswind is.